says in addition to limiting access to only 50 personnel, they're now doing regular quarterly audits, and they've created a uniform training for logging use of the system.
We are always constantly evaluating our practices because that's our responsibility to the community. That's our responsibility to make sure the community continue to trust us.
No cases of misuse have been reported at the agency. In Cobb County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A Covington man faces federal charges for alleged social media threats against a former FBI agent. The U.S. attorney in Atlanta accuses Isaiah Washington of posting multiple violent threats against federal law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, CIA, and DEA. His online rant culminated when he posted photos of a retired FBI agent and someone resembling him threatening to kill him. He's charged with transmitting interstate threats. WSB Scam Alert is a warning to used car buyers.
VIN cloning is when a scammer copies the vehicle identification number from a legitimate car or truck and then places it on a stolen or damaged vehicle. You may not even know that you're a victim until you go to try to get insurance or try to register the vehicle. Experts recommend comparing the VIN number in multiple locations on a vehicle and then check the history before making a purchase.
WSB's Sabrina Cupid reports deals that seem too good to be true often are. A Marietta man gets 5 years in federal prison after pleading guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Montgomery, Alabama says Devin Atkins and a woman got a hold of stolen U.S. Treasury checks, stole and dummied up ID documents, and cashed more than $14,000 in checks before law enforcement got on their tails. Atkins led police on a high-speed chase topping 125 miles per hour before crashing into a light pole. Drivers can expect more delays on the West Side Perimeter this weekend. It's part of the ongoing I-285 West Side rebuild project, but this weekend will not be a full closure. The work begins tonight and continues through 5 a.m. Monday. 2 left lanes will be closed northbound between Langford Parkway and Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, and 2 right lanes will be closed southbound between MLK and Langford Parkway. And the Atlanta-based CDC is issuing a safety alert today concerning a multi-state outbreak of salmonella and E. coli linked to alfalfa sprouts. 55 people in 15 states have gotten sick and ended up in the hospital. So far, no cases are reported here in Georgia. It is 3:03, and the Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, it's live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Stephanie Stallworth.
Hey, Bill. Busy on the west side perimeter here. Stalled vehicle 25 headed northbound near South Atlanta Road. Center the roadway. Jam now coming in from before South Cobb Drive. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly to mostly cloudy skies today with a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon. High 92. Lows tonight in the upper 60s to low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, breezy at times, high around 95. Slightly cooler on Sunday with mostly sunny skies, highs in the low 90s.
Right now it's 94 in Tucker, 92 in East Point, and 86 in Kennesaw. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 1 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm your host, Eric Von Hessler. I'm surrounded, as always, by the Doctrinaires. Tim Andrews is here. Autumn Fisher is here. George Clark is here. Jared Yamamoto is here. And I think I have some good news having to do with this oppressive heat that we're dealing with. I've been going down the rabbit hole, dialing it down, trying to figure out exactly when do we get relief. That's all that matters now. When do we get relief from this oppressive heat? And I have good news. Read 2 or 3 different articles. Maybe went to a couple of those hysterical YouTube weather
This
channels.
changes everything.
Yes. And the good news is that relief is on its way and will be here by November. That's the good news, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank God. Thank you,
so
Eric.
just stick it out. Stick it out.
I mean, it's basically September now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's almost the end of August.
Yeah, and after that, you got to go through September, October before you know it.
BFD. We'll be in November. It'll be cold. It's gonna bitch
let's put it
this hot though until November.
I think it's going to be exactly this hot until the day before Thanksgiving.
And I'm okay
just
with
making
that. Let's go. Let's go. Bring on the heat.
Well, this guy would melt the planet because he's a summer guy, but. The rest of us, most of us believe in 72 degrees and sunny. That's a beautiful day.
If I had a choice, Eric, I would have a house in the southern hemisphere, maybe have one in Australia, northern Australia, so that way I could avoid the winters. When winter starts to happen in the northern hemisphere, I'll go down to Australia. When it starts to happen in their summertime, I would come back up to
That's a great plan halfway. The other part of it is, have you figured out how you're going to fund this?
That part I have not gotten there yet.
Homeless people don't have this, so basically you gotta find yourself in that jet set. You don't have to be in the top of the 1%, but you'd have to be in the 1%. I think to be able to have like houses around the world, you got to be able, because then you got to pay taxes down there and taxes over here and taxes there.
Listen, I have a
then you got to pay your accountant, and then he gets a hold of your stuff, and then 10 years later you find out he stole from you.
Yeah, he's been chipping away.
Bastard.
So think twice before you want all these houses. Yes,
I have a foolproof plan. I want you to invest in me, Eric. I know that. Believe me, we're going to take it to the top, man.
I'm going to invest in you.
Yes, you invest in me.
So in my 60s, I'm going to take the money that I have to retire with, and I'm going to gamble it.
Yes.
On Yamamoto being the Rogan Slayer who takes over podcasting in the world. And I'll say to James, I'll look back at James and say, see, you laughed at me. If all I put in was like $2 million, and look, now we're getting back like $60 million.
Wow.
What an investment!
So pull that up, Jamie.
So if you want to, if you don't
get Jamie.
If you want the real money, you got to talk to Autumn. She's the one.
Oh yeah, I got it.
She's loaded.
Yeah.
I've been skimming off the top of Eric's money for years.
Oh yeah, she said.
He has bank accounts he doesn't know.
Yeah.
I put a little money from your paycheck. You don't even realize it's gone.
Sometimes I do wonder if there are accounts that I think that there are.
I'm sure that there are.
There are accounts.
Yeah.
That I don't know. Obviously, they're not in the negative because I'm not getting in trouble for them or anything. But I think that there are probably a couple of accounts that I just don't know. Probably on the day that I go, there will be money laying around that my children never find out about. It's a possibility.
How?
Because I don't like thinking about money, and now I'm in my 60s, and so you start out. I got my first job when I was 12, and I don't like thinking about money. I don't like looking at ledgers, and I'm not as much of a procrastinator now as I used to be, but I was always I'll put it off, and just wait until the money causes trouble and then pay the fine and keep moving forward. That was most of my life. My first 30 years, I had no money, and so it was all just about a struggle of how am I going to keep the lights on when I don't have money for the lights. But for the most, and maybe that was the reason why, I just associated money and dealing with money with negative stuff. And I just, I'd rather have fun. And to me, money had nothing to do with fun. And then I came to the idea, well, what I do need is I need to make enough. This was my brilliant strategy that, by the way, I have been successful in my life in doing. I need to make enough money so that I don't have to think about money. Mm-hmm. Now, that's great that I got there and I by my mid-30s, making enough money so I don't have to worry about money. But in all that time since then, I've spent it not worrying about money, and things fall through the cracks when that's Now, I look at other people and I realize how different I am, because most of the people that I've ever met in my life are very focused on money and are not going to make the next move until they take care of this thing that needs to be done, which, by the way, is the right way to do it. It is exactly the right way to do it. But this is one of those situations where I am the odd man out. If I just don't want to deal with it. That's why when I say make enough money not to have to worry about money, then it's just like, okay, now it feels like I'm floating through life. That's my goal. Unfortunately, other things fall to the ground and are susceptible to gravity, and sometimes as you're floating through life, you find that you have to deal with the things that you didn't deal with 2 years ago or 5 years ago or 20 years ago. But that's the reason why. If I'm thinking about money, I'm not happy. Whether it's good, bad, anything. If I'm thinking about money, I'm not happy.
That's
so
fair.
then I don't
That's
think
very-
about it. And then, so as a result of that, I think that there are probably at least 2 accounts out there that have some money in them that I don't know.
You can find that very easily.
Do I go to some internet site?
You use AI to tell you where to go and tell it exactly what you want. Hey, listen, I've lived here and here and here. How can I find this lost money? And then it'll help you find it. Because I found I had a bank account somewhere that had like $30 in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, my thing would be if there's $30 in it, I'm not wasting my time going.
But if you have more,
well,
it'd be worth getting.
Who knows? I mean, there might be one with 30,000. I don't know. I'm not saying there is. I'm just saying I'm not missing it, but it's possible. It's possible. I'm that irresponsible with money.
I did that recently, trying to find if I had any old 401k money. Because
I'm sure that's out there with these different radio stations I've worked for. I guarantee it.
Well, you should look.
You absolutely should look.
I'm gonna look.
If I find it, can I keep it?
You can
finder's fee.
You can get a percentage of it if you find it. I'll make it worth your while.
I just won't tell you how much is in it. I'll just take whatever.
I think eventually you're going to need my signature to get this.
Just sign it.
That's right. You've done that for me before, back in the old days.
Digital.
Back in the Mad Pundit day. Autumn was my my work wife, and she would just
bookkeeper.
She would just sign.
I wrote checks to your lawn people.
You did?
It was this period of time where I really liked the idea of having a personal assistant. You know?
Yeah.
And I don't say that like that's some kind of I think that's a great thing. I think it's like to have a personal assistant is fantastic. And Autumn was already working with Mad Pundit. So I tried to push some of the personal assistant stuff on her, and some of it she pushed back, and some of it she did. She liked going in my checking account, so maybe I should look into that. She didn't complain about that at
she
all.
got a couple bonuses.
I have to ask. This seems only I would bring this up, like most people, because I just saw this today. So my wife, snail mail. I mean, what does it even mean? When my wife's out of town, when I check the mail once a week. And it's when I come home on a Wednesday, after the Wednesday show, and my recycling bin has been emptied, and so it's still down there by the mailbox. So I open the mailbox. Before I take the recycling bin back up, I go through the mail that's in there, and of course, 85% of it is garbage. So, and I tear it up, and I throw it in there. And my wife, what she does is she goes out and she gets it, and then she tosses it in a bowl or something in the middle of a table. And then later on, that's happened 2 or 3 times. And then, we're going to have people over on Friday night. Clean up. Well, just take that bowl and shove it somewhere. So I don't see a lot of the mail. And today I was looking for, my wife had apparently I got a new debit card like 2 months ago. And my wife just set that somewhere and now we can't find it. So I thought, let me look around here. Maybe I come across this thing. And I'm going to ask George Stein later on if this is a scam. Maybe it's a known scam. I don't know. But it's from a law office, and it claims that someone, this has to be a scam. It claims that someone with my last name, who I've never met, died, and she was an accountant. And by the way, this is not like an email. I mean, this looks, I'm not saying it's not a scam. I'm just saying if it is a scam.
Yeah, nice letterhead.
It's a good one. It's a good one. So all the apologies at the top and whatever. So basically the idea is this lady with my last name died, and she left $10 million, 10% of it to charity, 90%. And and it is true that there are not a lot of people with my last name that's spelled with the way that mine is, with an A and an E. And so basically he's saying, hey, this money just goes to the state. If we can't find anybody.
Okay.
This has to be a scam.
Do you have an envelope?
This has to be a scam.
Let me see the envelope, please.
And then what do they want you to do?
Hold on, you sound like Kreskin. Like, let me see the envelope.
Yeah, put it up to your forehead.
Let me see the envelope, please.
There's nothing on it.
Well, that's the envelope that you had in the mail?
Yeah.
It looks like bulk mail.
What
But
does
it's not.
What does the letter want you to do?
It wants me to get in touch with them because, they're like, hey, we'll go get the money for you, and then we'll get some of it. And of course,
Oh, yeah, that's a scam.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is.
Yeah.
But what
Are you
would
wondering how it's a scam?
No, I just want to. I just want to find out if it's a scam that's well known, And I also want to make sure it's not true.
Well, you can Google the law firm, too.
I don't want to whistle. Yeah, I'm going to
Well,
do
and
that.
they
But I
could- but they
figured,
could steal the letterhead from a law firm.
well, the thing is,
That's true.
I figured George, I'd just show it to him, and he was going to know a whole hell of a lot. He's been
we got to
doing
show
law
it to
forever.
Clark and
Well, you
George.
better let me take this there.
Yeah,
I
if
have
it-
your proxy, right?
If it's possible that this would be real, then I don't need the. I'll just let George go get it. Let's just do it that way.
There's no company that is going to want to take a portion of it. This is a legal matter that you would just, who left the money to whom.
Right, but if it was, I'm 98.9% at that this is a scam. But if it weren't a scam, if there were a company that was the only reason that you found out that you were going to get this money, then they will have done something that deserves
this
something.
is like the message that you get where it says like, "Hey, your bank account is such and such. Click this link to fix it." And instead of going to your bank and checking to see,
right, you go to
click
them
the link.
first.
And so
yeah.
this is the link.
This is the link. Yes, that
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. But you know what? Until George gets here,
Okay,
you're
you're a billionaire.
I'm not a billion. 10
Potential.
million. She left 10% to charity, and
What
it does-
charity? Did they say what charity?
They just said charities.
Okay.
That's another thing. It's like, why would you possibly leave money and not name the family members? The
Right,
rest,
but I'm going to name a charity.
the rest, they didn't name it. Just 10% to charity, 90% to my family, but you don't mention like your son or your.
So
Well,
why
that's
not
what I'm
just say-
saying. So
Yeah.
the person has to have said, leave it to this specific charity, this Hessler woman,
Yes.
and but then she doesn't name a family member. She's like, the rest, whatever.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
she didn't have anyone.
Well, it doesn't say in here that she named a charity either. It just says 10%.
Yeah, but she has to have
charity.
named a charity. You can't just be like, I proclaim my money to charity.
Well,
It's like,
that's
to
I
what?
I understand that. And also maybe we're doing some good here. Maybe somebody else has gotten a letter like this and they're listening right.
right.
now, and
Clark
we're
Howard
helping them.
says,
Yeah, Clark.
"Don't click the
Clark. He's half in, half out.
He's
let's
been
face
phoning it in.
Yeah, we need somebody else to start looking out for the people.
I'm ready to retire.
How do they request that you get in touch with them?
Let's take a look here.
Send me $1,000.
Yeah, send me your social security number.
By the way, they want a 50-50 split after the.
Get the
after
heck
the
out of
Makes
here.
sense.
That's
you know?
nice. $5 million.
Yeah, but
It's still free money.
Well,
It's still
actually,
free money.
it would be 50% of $9 million because 10% is going to
Okay,
charity.
Yeah,
4.5
10%
million.
to charity.
and then
Split area.
after the.
I don't want it. No, it's not five.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
right.
know.
After
True.
the
It's
not
taxes,
worth it anymore.
After the taxes.
Do you get taxed for inheritance?
Oh my
Yes.
goodness, yes.
Really?
They tax the hell out of you. It's like when you get a bonus. It's
Yeah.
like that. The government says you weren't supposed to have that. They take like half of it.
You're welcome.
I don't know if it's
This
half,
is why
but it's like
before
40%.
you die,
It's 40.
you got to take your money and bury it in the yard and then leave a treasure map
That's what
for your grandkids to find.
That's what this relative of mine probably did.
Subtle clues inside that letter.
Oh,
Yes.
Have you looked down the side of it to see if like the letters all spell something? Like,
Oh my God, it does. It does.
Where's Nicolas Cage when you need him? He'd be able
pee on it and see if there's some secret letters or something.
Is that happening in one of those?
letter.
Does that happen in one of those movies?
to. National Treasure, yes.
Did we get a full frontal from him or no?
No frontal. No,
You
it's,
just
it's,
knew
a,
it
ki-
was
it's a
happening.
kid's movie. There were codes everywhere in that movie.
Wasn't that like a little bit? Are you okay?
I didn't hit the cough button quickly.
Like the
Pocket a loogie.
that was after the Dan Brown stuff that Tom Hanks was in.
Yeah, but this was more
Right.
fun. National Treasure was way
But I mean,
more
it was
fun.
it was because that was a hit.
I think so,
right?
yeah.
With
Da
these
Vinci
kind
Code
of
stuff?
because
Yeah.
same kind of thing. It's like clues through code
yes.
and all that kind
Yes.
Wow.
of. I heard that none of those Dan Brown movies were good. I didn't see any of them.
Yeah, Da
Tom
Vinci Code
Hanks,
was bad.
The books were entertaining, but the movies were not good.
How could Tom Hanks make such crap?
I don't
That's what I want to
know.
know.
He needs to stick to World War II. Shut up.
Or Islands.
Or the moon. He
Islands.
seems to be very good at making things about
Yeah.
the moon.
Or buddies that are bosomy.
Oh yeah.
Or
houses that are falling apart.
Okay.
Or big.
We're not going to go through his entire
Or maybe
filmography.
hosting a bachelor party.
It ends here. I saw one of these lists today. And, it's one of these things where it's like this thing, knowing it's a scam, but then there's enough there to go, well, maybe I should just engage a little bit.
Click.
Yeah. I would hate to find out, like 5 years from now, somebody goes, hey, They were looking all over for you. Give me that $10 million. If this is real, if I find out that this is real,
I'll eat my hat.
Are you going to retire?
This is the last show.
On $4 million, how can you retire?
I got other money.
He just needs a bump.
This is the bump that says,
the bump.
"Hey, I don't need much. I don't need much. You know, some gummies,
A basement.
a basement. I've already paid off my house.
Okay.
Enough money to pay my electric bill for my 15 refrigerators and freezers. That's all I need.
And bodies of water to put your body in.
I'm a simple man. The pool's for the wife. I very rarely get in the pool.
Still.
I don't like to expose my skin to the world.
Cancer.
No, not that. Just that. I don't
Neighbors.
like other people. I'm afraid that even when I'm alone, I'm afraid somebody else will show up and see me swimming.
Yeah. Look at that loser.
Oh, God, that would be something you couldn't unsee. If you walked out on the deck, saw me in the pool swimming, flapping away, flailing away like a moron.
Oh my God, there's Casper swimming.
Yeah, bald head up on top. That would be something you couldn't unsee. I can't allow that to happen to my fellow Americans.
All these years, never skinny dipped with the wife?
In all these years, many things have happened with my wife, but that's your wife.
Yeah.
HQ.
That's your wife. Things you look back at now and you go, we did that? My goodness gracious. What were we thinking?
In a car?
I can tell you this, and I won't reveal. My children listen to this from time to time. When they want to figure out, they don't want to call me and actually ask me. Say, hey, what's he up to?
I heard of that money.
Yeah, hey.
How you doing, Daddy?
So I won't say much on that, but I will say this. The whole thing about in water is overrated.
Oh.
It's not the right friction.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Oh, yeah, it dries everything out.
I don't know how I know that, especially if my children are listening, but I think it's very much overrated. Anyway, I came across one of these lists that are stupid, but they make you argue. This is Entertainment Weekly. I think they're a full-on online site now, right? Do they even have a magazine?
I don't think they have magazines anymore. I don't think so.
And so it's the 30. By the way, whatever happened to the great, wonderful, tight concept of the top 10 list?
Well, David Letterman owns that.
He did it as a joke because everybody else was doing top 10 list. And then he did it for far too long. But ever since the listicles, it's like 52 things you need to know. Who the hell can follow 52 things?
Listen, sometimes 10 just isn't enough.
Yeah.
That's true.
10 tells you who the best were. This is the 30 best cast members from Saturday Night Live ranked. And I have to say that they come pretty close. I would change a few things. There's a few things that are kind of outrageous. Now, I do remember, I have to remember the people who are writing this, they probably, like their Saturday Night Live is like from 2008 to, 2016 or maybe till now. I don't know.
Number one, Andy Samberg.
He's ahead of somebody that should
Really?
be. So they have Eddie Murphy at number one. And Eddie Murphy is obviously in the top 5. But I would not have Eddie Murphy at number 1. I would have the person that they have at number 2, and I have no doubt about this. I don't even think it's arguable. Phil Hartman is the best cast member that has ever been on Saturday Night Live because he could do anything. They could put him in anything. Also, I know people who have written there in the past, and I know that during the Phil Hartman run on Saturday Night Live, if you were trying to get a sketch on the show at the table read, which I think is like on Monday or Tuesday, at the table read, everybody in that period of time would write Phil Hartman into the sketch because they knew that he would put 100% into it at the table read and would make it funnier than it would be without him. I think he was the most valuable member and the best cast member of all time. And then I'd put Eddie Murphy in the top 5 probably, but I have a very, I don't know about hot take or whatever. I don't know.
He only did 2 or 3 seasons, so I would put somebody ahead of Murphy too. He was great, but
he did 4 seasons.
I'm saying who I'd put at number 2. I think is a shocker, but I feel very strong about this. It was in the same cast. Jan Hooks. Is the second best cast member in Saturday Night. I mean, Jan Hooks, who I believe has an Atlanta connection. I don't know if it was just over that show. Maybe it's just because she was in that show.
No,
that
I think she's
came
from
out of
Georgia.
Atlanta. What was that show that she joined?
Designing Women.
Yeah, that was after she left Saturday Night Live. Jan Hooks has somehow fallen into a little bit of an abyss in all of this. I don't hear people talking about her. She was one of the best comedian actresses. I say that because that was the label when she was alive.
She's from Decatur.
Oh, okay. Well, then why isn't she celebrated more around here?
Yeah, that's weird. She's, by the way, she's 19 on this list.
She
so
might
way
be.
19
way
after
down.
Sandberg, after Kristen Wiig, after it's unbelievable. I mean, it's interesting because people don't talk about her that she did make the top 20 because it's undeniable that she's one of the best. But I think the reason that she's at 19 or whatever, or wherever, did you say 19?
19, yeah.
Rather than second where she belongs is because people just kind of forgotten about her. I don't know how. I don't know how.
She was on the show for 8 years, so that's a long run.
And I think finding a sketch in those 8 years where she's not funny would be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Would be difficult.
She did that duo with Jan Hooks.
No,
with two lounge
Nora
singers?
Dunn. Nora Dunn, yeah. Sorry.
Lang went the trolley.
Yeah.
But they did that cast. By the way, was the best cast.
It saved
in
the
history.
show.
Phil Hartman. Now, when Phil Hartman went away, Will Ferrell showed up and kind of filled that, and he's one of the better.
Mike Myers.
Ever. Yeah, Mike Myers
was there during that time.
Yes. Was he? Yeah, he in that because this was this.
And Dana Carvey.
Yeah,
And
that was
Dana
the best.
yeah.
That was the best cast. That was the best cast. And they would
Got
do
Wayne's World.
what I really liked about that cast, and I don't know, I'm assuming this doesn't go on now, but it might. I haven't watched Saturday Night Live in a long time. That dead spot after the band does the second song, like the last 20 minutes, which is where in the past the kind of lesser things have gone because they know that most people aren't watching anymore. This cast was highly experimental, and some of their best stuff came out of the last half hour of an SNL thing. And one of my favorites of all time was near Christmas, and you're in a diner, and you got the cook, Jan Hooks the waitress, I think Nora Dunn's the waitress, Phil Hartman is the cook, and got people coming into the diner, and they're talking about this baby that was born in the alley. And it was obviously Jesus Christ, and no one mentions it. It's the most experimental thing I've ever seen on Saturday Night Live, and it's all left for you to go. I think the baby in the alley, fantastic. So, hey, if she's from Decatur, can we start celebrating one of the funniest women who ever lived? If she's from right around here, Jan Hooks.
Get any size air conditioner for $69.99 a month, 0 down, an unbeatable lifetime warranty, and ask about clean air upgrades. Visit ReliableAir.com to book your free estimate today.
When Keisha Lance Bottoms got elected, she said,
"We must be good stewards of your tax dollars."
Just 30 days later,
taxpayers covered the cost of a first-class ticket for Mayor Bottoms' husband to fly to the Super Bowl
on her taxpayer-funded credit card.
Atlanta taxpayers shelled out more than $2,600.
Worse,
more than $11,600 in luxury chauffeured car service in just her first 5 months in office.
And taxpayers covered this tab.
The State Ethics Commission has fined Keisha Lance Bottoms.
She accepted over $110,000 in contributions that exceeded legal limits,
violating campaign finance laws.
The commission's chairman declared
it's an egregious violation of the act.
And the verdict from a former prosecutor?
It smells bad. What don't you get about the rules and regulations? If Mayor Bottoms wants her legacy to be too greedy to care, they're off to a great start.
Keisha Lance Bottoms. She's out for herself, not Georgia.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
If you've been thinking about selling your home this year, now is the time. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. When you receive a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, there's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. One of our clients, BR, said, Mark Spain Real Estate sold my home within 30 days. I definitely recommend them to my friends and family. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic,
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top local story, the Cobb County Sheriff's Office updates its guidance on the use of license plate reading cameras. Assistant Chief Gina Hawkins says previously they had twice yearly audits. Now they'll conduct them every quarter.
This is a way to show, hey, if we are making sure we're maintaining reviews or audit, then when we see something come about where it's an error or somebody's lacking training or someone's deliberately doing something, we can catch it at that point.
Unlike some other agencies in Metro Atlanta, the Cobb Sheriff's Office has not reported any cases of flock misuse. A woman's AirPods helped Forsyth County investigators find her stolen car. She left the vehicle running when she went in to drop her child off at daycare, and when she returned, her car was gone.
So they were able to track the location of the car through the AirPods.
Stacy Miller with the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office says a nearby Tesla captured clear images of the suspect. Deputies tracked the stolen car to a local subdivision where the suspect ditched it and ran. He was eventually caught and arrested. The woman has her car back. Following the death of an infant, a teen mother is now behind bars in Cherokee County.
After Canton police detectives interviewed the 18-year-old mom, she's now facing several charges, including second-degree murder. Officers were called to the home on Cartersville Street earlier this month and initially arrested the boyfriend of Devora Diaz Perez, charging him with murder and cruelty to children. The 2-year-old was unresponsive when officers arrived and was later pronounced dead at the hospital. Both suspects are now being held without bond. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts rules construction of President Trump's White House ballroom project can move forward. Correspondent Stephen Portnoy reports the decision comes after an appeals court blocked construction because it was not approved by Congress.
The Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts not explaining why he's put this stay in place, but he has essentially pressed the pause button on that appellate decision and the lower court decision beneath it, so construction can continue for now.
It is 3:32, and it's time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Stephanie Stallworth.
Hey, we're still looking at some slowdowns for you out on the downtown connector north-south, trying to make it to and through the Grady curve. A lot of volume, getting busier for our Friday afternoon. From the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly to mostly cloudy skies today with a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms later this afternoon. High 92. Lows tonight in the upper 60s to low 70s. Staying mainly dry for this weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. Highs in the low to mid 90s. Overnight lows in the upper 60s to low 70s.
And right now it's 94 in Loganville, 87 in Ackworth, and 92 in Riverdale. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Something big is coming. On September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals and an all-day celebration built for sports fans. The countdown has begun and all roads lead to Game Day. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states, from Texas to California to Florida to right here in Georgia. Every fan is in on the excitement. One app, every sport, all 50 states. DraftKings Game Day is yours. Remember the date, September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. New DraftKings customers sign up with code Atlanta Talk. Spend $5 to get $150 in rewards within 14 days. That's code Atlanta Talk. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim, issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends August 23rd. Terms dkng.co/predictions promo. Nationwide based on sportsbook predictions and free-to-play sports contest availability. Varies by state.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
$2,100. That's 3 months of groceries. $2,100. That's the tax increase Senator Jon Ossoff supported in Washington. Ambitious and liberal, Senator Ossoff voted with national Democrats for a $2,100 tax increase. Senator Ossoff voted to gut the child tax credit for middle-class families. He voted for higher taxes on Social Security recipients earning under $75,000 a year. He even voted to keep taxing tips and overtime pay for hardworking people struggling to get by. A $2,100 tax increase on the average Georgia family? Senator Ossoff's tax hikes would have been devastating. Senator Jon Ossoff is driven by advancing his political ambitions and becoming a Democrat celebrity. He doesn't care about people like you. Call Senator Ossoff today at 202-224-3521 and tell him to stop voting for higher taxes. Paid for by One Nation.
Dave Baker here. If you've ever had to sort through a pile of lumber on the job site, you know that's time you don't get back. That's not good. That's why builders trust Randall Brothers. Randall Brothers stocks premium lumber that's straighter, cleaner, and ready to perform, not something you have to pick through board by board. And Randall Brothers understands what quality means when your name is on the project. Randall Brothers, widest selection, industry expertise, accurate, no-hassle deliveries, randallbrothers.com.
With good health comes a happy life, but finding free, trustworthy medical advice can be challenging. Good news for you, WSB and the medical professionals at Northside Hospital are here to help. Tune in this Sunday at 8 a.m. for Doctors on Call, presented by Northside Hospital, a weekly show dedicated to helping you live a healthier and happier life. This week, we'll be joined by Dr. L. Crane Garreau of Georgia Cancer Specialists, and we'll be taking your calls to discuss prostate, bladder, and testicular cancer. Sunday at 8 a.m. on 95.5 WSB.
Well, there are a couple of, there's a birthday, an important birthday, and an important milestone anniversary. Wow. Number one, on this day in 1959, Hawaii became the 50th and most recent U.S. state.
Aw.
Let's hear it for Hawaii. Going through some tough times right now.
Spelling it the right way with the apostrophe in the I.
On this one, no, I think I got this in the Wall Street Journal, so they did not. But it's a rough times in Hawaii. You can't make jokes about Hawaii because nobody's covering it, but I think, aren't they been without power for a very long time?
They had a hurricane, yeah.
And did we used to call hurricane
typhoons?
When did that change?
I don't know.
It used to be.
I think there's a difference. One is in a different part of the hemisphere or something.
Yeah, like that one.
Like that one. That's what I thought. I thought the Pacific was typhoons and the Atlantic was hurricane.
Well, you know what? During the next break, I'll go to the library and see what I can find.
Yeah, it would be nice if we had something that could fit in the palm of our hands to let us know. But maybe that'll happen sometime in the future. So listen, you just, the next break, I know that you're within 20 miles of a library. If you can just go and just check out a book.
Okay. Would you guys like to know the difference?
The difference between a hurricane and a typhoon?
Yes, I have it. Thanks to
I don't
Gemini.
know. Well, let me take a poll here. George, do you want to know the difference?
I'm good.
You don't want to know the difference.
No.
You do not. George does not want to know the difference. Tim Andrews.
Yes.
Autumn?
Say yes.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I do. I do want to know, even though I think I already know, but I want to know.
Yeah.
Were you just intimidated by a man to say what he wanted you to say?
She knows what's good for her.
Autumn, you can speak for yourself. On
yes,
the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you did a great job.
I want to know too. So yes,
typhoons only form in the northwest.
Wait, stop for a second, George. Cover your ears. You don't deserve to hear this. Yes.
Typhoons only form in the Northwest Pacific Ocean, so it only affects East and Southeast Asia, like Japan, China, and the Philippines.
It's kind of what Autumn said.
And
she didn't get specifics. She didn't get specifics. She said it's in some place.
I wouldn't have gotten it right on Jeopardy, but I was right.
You were
socially.
You know what? You were righter than anybody else here.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget cyclones. Those are the Indian Ocean and South
Pacific.
Yeah,
we don't say that anymore.
Cyclone?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Yeah. that got canceled.
Yeah. Cyclones are used in South Pacific and Indian Ocean.
I have to go back, and I've been listening to the album It's Only Rock and Roll from Rolling Stones, like 1974. And as I was driving in, one song, I thought I heard him say cancel culture in this song from like 1974.
What's the song?
I got to go look at the playlist and stuff. I haven't listened. That's one of those Rolling Stones albums from the 70s that kind of haven't listened to all that much. And because of that reason, I was like, I'm going to listen to it more. And I've been listening to it the last few days. And it's almost when I got here, so it'll be on side 2. I thought I heard him say cancel culture. Like, was that something that people said in 1974? I don't. Oh, and again, I want to point out, I could be wrong. It's just, I thought that I heard it.
They only said it in the South Pacific.
That's right.
Over in Japan, China, and rest of Asia.
And where the Cyclones are not.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. Is there a band called the Cyclones? There should be. But they should not have any lyrics. The Cyclones. They should just be... The milestone is that the world's oldest living person, who happens to be a gal, a lady, a woman... There she is, Ethel Caterham.
Cataract?
Caterham.
Oh.
Or Caterham. She turned 117 years old.
That's pretty old.
I believe today. It's this Friday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, how about that?
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
To me.
Are you singing?
Happy.
That's the one thing about living to 117. I'm reading this. You know, all of her children died. She's 117.
None of them are alive?
No. Her husband's gone. She's 117.
No friends.
If she had kids when she was 21.
Yeah. George? Yeah.
Yes, because just George, yes.
That's her spirit.
How many kids do you have that lived?
She was born 3 years before the Titanic disaster and 8 years before the Russian Revolution.
I was on the Titanic.
Yeah, you weren't. You lived through 2 world wars.
That's right. I fought in World War II.
No, you didn't. In addition, she is one of the, this is, I think, The Guardian. In addition, she is one of the oldest people to survive COVID-19 after contracting it in 2020 at the age of 110.
Really? Her big claim to fame is she's the first British person to ever reach 117.
Yeah, with that all that butter in their diet.
I was in the Revolutionary War.
No, you were not. You were not, but that's okay.
The Russian Revolution.
She is the last surviving subject of King Edward VIII.
I remember. He was a good boy.
She traveled to India in 1927 and began working as an au pair to a military family there. Right. Now, you're going through this whole thing. And by the way, the King of England visited her last year. There's a picture of him.
Hello, darling. You look so beautiful.
She says that she recalled his 1969 investiture as the Prince of Wales when he was 21, telling him, all the girls were in love with you and wanted to marry you.
Why won't I die?
Well,
but if you want, I could choke you to death. Oh, I am the king. I could.
Yeah, you can get away with it, right? So,
every morning I pray. Every night I pray for death.
Well, here's.
Doesn't listen.
Well, there's still work for you to do here.
What else can I?
You'll outlive me, darling.
At the end of the article, all this flowery stuff and whatever, and then the last paragraph starts with the word however, comma, like really slaps her in the face at the end. However, the title of the oldest person ever is still held by French woman Jeanne Calment, who died in 1997, having lived to 122 years, 164 days. But didn't we do a story that some people think that she was lying?
Yeah, the birth certificate, they're not sure whether or not it was her
problem.
actual birthday.
When you go back to this person was 127 in 1997. So when you go back 150 years, birth records weren't what they are now.
Exactly.
I knew that slut.
Oh, hey, no need to go.
Oh, wow.
Think about Ethel. She's very competitive.
Also,
she was a drunk and a liar.
Oh, no, she was not. You're making that up now, aren't you?
And remember, Eric, the one that holds the record, French. She's British.
Yeah, that's right. They don't like each other.
Get along.
They don't like each other.
Dirty frog.
Oh, God. I guess, some of the things that keep you alive for 117 years is, it's not everything, but a little streak of meanness doesn't hurt.
Get it out.
Gets you through, right?
My body.
Scott, sorry, were you saying ow?
A rib.
She blinked. Ouch.
I'm a very frail.
She drove.
They're hollow like a bird.
You're hollow like a bird.
My bones are hollow like a bird. I have no more marrow than I used to.
What does it say
it's
here?
All pooling in my feet.
She drove until she was like 104 or something like that.
That's right.
I'd like to be stuck behind
I only ran over 6 people.
It says here that
and that's another record. The least amount of people run over by a 104-year-old woman. She's all over Guinness.
She continues to enjoy simple activities like sitting in Ethel's garden.
Ethel's garden.
Yeah, they named it in her honor. Listening to birdsong, classical music, and taking part in care home events like quizzes and visits from
kill me, please.
No. You're happy.
I only enjoy simple things like sitting and breathing.
Today, her birthday included tea, cake, and a Frank Sinatra tribute performance.
Oh, can you imagine?
You're an old dame that I love to look at. Your veins are so thick.
My skin is like tissue paper.
I accidentally touched you with a feather, and you have a giant bruise. What a day!
How many Frank Sinatra impersonators are there in the UK?
There's plenty, buddy.
Yeah, there's a slight English accent to the Frank
Fly
Sinatra.
me to the moon. Let me swing among the stars.
Well, Ethel, I hope you had a great
That's
birthday.
life. You're 128.
Happy birthday, Ethel Caterham. I'm sure many more. Absolutely.
Please, no.
Your best days lie ahead of you.
Please, no.
But I know I'm gonna change that tune.
Back to school means back to school lunches and snacks.
And the price of groceries keeps going up. But we have the solution.
WSB's Grand for Groceries. 5 chances a day to win $5,000. 5 words. 5 times a day. Every weekday. Just enter the word at WSBRadio.com or on the WSB Radio app.
Your first chance to win is this Monday.
WSB's Grand for Groceries.
It pays to get your news from 95.5 WSB.
If you're looking for an exceptional Swiss timepiece, visit Terra Fine Jewelry today. They have exceptional Swiss watches from Tag Heuer and the finest selection in Atlanta of pre-owned Rolex. It's where I've been shopping for over 25 years. Terra Fine Jewelry in Beaufort.
A roof is more than just the shingles you see. It's the protection you don't. Hi, I'm Megan with Southern Exteriors. We're talking about high-grade underlayment, ice and water shields, and a solid deck, all sourced from the same manufacturer. Since 1999, Southern Exteriors have been building roofs that protect what matters most. Take 10% off your next roofing project. For quality you can see and integrity you can trust, call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. That's southernexteriors.co.
We are here with the CFP and investment advisor Aaron Vincent of the Vincent Financial Group and co-host of Retire ATL right here every weekend. And Aaron, the headlines are heavy. There's a lot of noise in our face right now. Where can an adult turn to if they need some clarity or information about their financial future? How can they reach out to you?
You can either call or text this number. It's 770-741-0120. We can explain our process to you, when you make that phone call and kind of we can talk about where you're at in your life and your process. The idea, though, is that we get to have an initial conversation. It's not like bring all of your statements and have everything buttoned up and show us your spreadsheet. And in that first conversation, it may be just a quick phone call so that we can, answer a couple of questions for you and you can feel us out if you want to actually go through our process. A good middle ground way to do this is to text seminar. Text the word seminar to 770-741-0120. We actually do these educational workshops all around Atlanta. We've got a bunch of them coming up here soon. And it's a good way to come talk to us, learn some of the educational stuff that we kind of the processes by which we work and how we work through some of these questions and issues. And I think it's just a good way to get to know us a little bit.
If you're ready to get serious about your financial future or you just have a question, where am I? We invite you to call the team at the Vincent Financial Group. That initial consultation, no cost, no obligation. 770-741-0120. Maybe you're looking for some more information about their upcoming complimentary educational workshops. You can text the word seminar to the same number, and a team member from the Vincent Financial Group will be in touch. 770-741-0120. And we invite you to join us every Sunday right here for Retire ATL, all powered by the Vincent Financial Group. And get more information at retireatlradio.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
Linda Beaver here. Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. That's why at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, only the best vehicles earn a place on our front line. Each one is carefully selected and inspected. Quality isn't negotiable. One property, 2 trusted brands, over 700 pre-owned vehicles. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car. We have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision.
You've probably gotten really good at working around your non-stop joint pain. That's what multitasking women like you do, right? When your knees and hips scream, you shift your weight when you're standing too long, skip workouts on really bad days when your shoulder's stiff, and there's no way you're kneeling down. You might not get back up. Hey, it's Mark Arum. Maybe your doctor's told you it's pain from arthritis. You're going to need surgery. Before you make that decision, get a second opinion from QC Kinetics because there's no undo button from surgery, especially a replacement. QC Kinetics works with busy women like you to keep you going while the regenerative treatments go to work, relieving that joint pain. No scalpel and long recovery, just your body's natural healing process that may help some patients totally avoid surgery. That's exactly why women like you have turned to QC Kinetics here in Atlanta, so they continue to get better when life goes on. The consultation, conversation free. Call now, 770-285-8026, 770-285-8026.
We have an interesting conversation off the air here.
Should we let the
Not all
audience
that.
in?
Well, no, because I don't think they'd be all that interested. Like, why are they talking about...
it's highfalutin, right?
Well, I mean, just like, well, sometimes people can have conversations that are interesting to them. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be interesting to an audience. Why we're talking about the acting skills of Tatum O'Neal. Which is actually fascinating.
When was she in a movie last? That's what I'd want.
I don't know. Didn't she become a bit of a casualty of Hollywood? I don't know. Well, the O'Neal family.
Yeah, pretty rough.
Did we lose Ryan? Is he dead now? Or is he? I hate to
I don't
say
know.
that. If he's
She's
alive.
62. I think he may have passed.
I think he may have passed away. But here we're doing it now.
Well, she was married to John McEnroe for a while.
That is correct. I
Over
think,
the line.
I got backhand like John McEnroe.
He died in 23.
Oh, well, rest in peace. But they were kind of a wacky family. She won the Oscar for Paper Moon, and her father, who was in the movie with her, didn't show up for the Oscars.
Why?
He was mad that he wasn't nominated.
Oh. Well, that's not cool.
Back me up on that and see if he was nominated. I don't know. He was not there, and neither was the director, Peter Bogdanovich. And I saw him years later. He was like, "Yeah, I'm not going to go."
His
Can I
grandson.
give it to her. They were so mean about her. So, she can't act. The only reason she got an Oscar is because I'm a great director. Really, that's all he said. And he may be right. I don't know.
It's like she does a lot of voice work these days.
Well, good for her.
Which is where my question comes in. If you're an actor and you take multiple takes, but you end up getting it right for the final product, are you a bad actor because you took multiple takes?
It's hard to say with multiple takes because sometimes directors, it's just not good enough for them. If the multiple takes are because you keep blowing your lines, I think that means you're a bad actor. But, like Stanley Kubrick was famous for 50, 60, 70 takes. The Eyes Wide Shut, that scene where Tom Cruise is walking down the street at night in New York. Well, I think the whole thing's almost done, but he's punching his hand and he's just like, he doesn't say anything. And it's a cool scene. Something like 60 takes or something. I heard 40 takes. He's just walking down the street, So can you blame Tom Cruise for that? I think that's just the director. I don't know. And here we are talking about it on the air. You see, I try to protect the audience from the great conversations we have off air, but it doesn't always work. I can't. You know what? As someone once screamed on a rock and roll album, heal yourselves.
Okay.
There are new rules in the ATL, apparently, for when you can mow your lawn. And this covers, I believe, it's the whole Metro ATL. So
suburbs as
or
well?
Is it just suburbs?
It started in Duluth. So, and I think what Duluth is doing with this story, every ATL metro area suburb should absolutely do this.
Don't
in
they
fact,
already
downtown,
have these rules most places?
Some of them have them, but not all of them.
So what is it? You can't do your lawn work. So now it's like 8 a.m. It's pretty long. It's like 8 a.m. till
the 8 p.m.
8 p.m. So that's 12 hours.
Which I think is the right amount of time.
Sure.
But I can tell you, when I lived in Midtown, we had all these different properties around us, and every day you would have the lawnmower or the leaf blower come out for each different property. and they would be out there at 6 a.m, and it's like, guys, nobody can sleep, especially if you work in your regular shift.
It's like trying to work in the White House.
Isn't it 8 a.m. they're allowed to start? I think that's the rule.
That's the new rule here. That's the new
Oh,
rule.
that's I guess we've always had this rule.
In
where
Roswell,
8 a.m.
I think in Roswell it's 7:30. You can't do. I know that you can't do construction before 7:30.
Oh, in my neighborhood, I had to write a complaint. They started doing construction at 4 a.m.
Again, this got to be like working at the White House. I don't know if you've thought about this, and I saw somebody say this on a YouTube thing. I hadn't thought about it. With all the helipad, the ballroom, everything, we don't really think about the fact if you work in the White House, it's just jackhammers and people. Like when they're like, hey, what do we do in Iran next? And they're in the Oval Office or whatever. It's, it's all day long because it's got to drive you. Nobody talks about this, but it must be nerve-wracking. It's been going on now for like 6, 7, 8 months. More than that, right? He's basically started it like 2 or 3 months after he got in there, right? So just add that to your thing, to the stress of working in this White House. There's never a moment that you're not hearing jackhammers and construction work and clang, clang.
You better adjust your schedule, adjust your sleep schedule. Come in early and leave early, I guess.
Yeah, no wonder he can't sleep at night.
That explains the angry truths.
He's all frazzled.
I got to take a pill to go to sleep.
I think the angry thing's coming from Natalie, but I don't know. We can't talk about Natalie.
Why?
Because apparently it's mean. And, I got to give it to MAGA. They have a point. I mean, they've never been mean about people they don't like.
Look
in
at
politics.
that fat pig over there.
Yeah. They've never done stuff like that. So they have every right in the world to get, all uptight and self-righteous about Ossoff mentioning Natalie. No doubt about it. You guys have never gone after any of your political opponents and been mean about them at all. So I see where you're coming from.
Last year, we had 295 trials where we'd been offered a total of $90 million on all those cases. When the dust settled, we had recovered over $1.1 billion in verdicts and mid-trial settlements. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason. We won a lot, $30 billion and counting. The best part of all those wins is that it helps you when you hire us. All those wins allow us to let the insurance company know we mean business. And believe me, they know who we are. If you've been injured, Google Morgan & Morgan results. You're not bragging if it's a fact. 3 million people tried to hire us last year alone. That happened for a reason. Visit forthepeople.com and let's get started this minute. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Morgan & Morgan, Atlanta, 191 Peach Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Thou pound law. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
As Ragsdale Heating and Air recently shared on the national news, AC units are really struggling this time of the year. This is Scott Slade. So, Ragsdale's decided to extend their biggest specials of the summer off a new Carrier system. And that includes Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty. And it's good to know you can trust Ragsdale for all your HVAC, electrical, plumbing, and insulation services, all under one roof. How do I know? Well, I'm one of those over 14,000 five-star reviews, too. Go to RagsdaleAir.com or call them. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The idea of new floors sounds exciting. Until you think about the mess, the moving, and your home being turned upside down. Don't worry about it. Peach State Hardwood takes all the stress and mess out of the process. With clear upfront pricing, delivery and installation by their in-house team, even moving and protecting your furniture. And when it's all done, your home is left spotless. No stress, no surprises, just a home that feels brand new. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at peachstatehardwood.com. Peach State Hardwood. Hardwood without the hassle.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, a debate about accommodations for Muslim students and staff breaks out at a Gwinnett County School Board meeting. Here's a report all new at 4 o'clock.
Georgia's most diverse county is home to the state's largest school district, and parents like Antoine Lovelace tell board members embracing that diversity is a good thing.
I want our educators to know that there are parents who see you, appreciate you, and welcome you.
But Tori Branham, a resident of Dublin, says she's advocating for parents who are concerned that the district is going too far to accommodate Muslim students and staff.
Parents deserve to know where Gwinnett draws the line and whether every religion is treated equally.
Board Chair Therese Johnson Morgan praised the district's courageous advocacy for every group in the community. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
92 degrees in Atlanta. What are the storm chances as we head into the weekend? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. Technology leads Forsyth County deputies right to a stolen car and a suspect.
The victim was dropping off her child at daycare, leaving her car running for 30 seconds when someone jumped in and drove off. Forsyth County Sheriff's spokesperson Stacey Miller says what Donald Murray didn't know is they could track the vehicle through some AirPods left inside the car, and a Tesla parked nearby caught the whole thing on video. Murray abandoned the car but left a trail.
He had taken things out of her car and dropped them along the way as he was going, like the AirPods and her wallet.
Miller says to always turn your car off and remember to take the keys. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
The Cobb County Sheriff's Office updates its guidance on the use of license plate reading cameras. Assistant Chief Gina Hawkins says after their review, they found many people had access to the Flock system that didn't need to.
Because we're going to have only 50 people who are able, in our whole organization, able to access this particular software.
Previously, they had twice yearly audits. Now they'll conduct them every quarter. Unlike some other agencies in Metro Atlanta, the Cobb Sheriff's Office has not reported any cases of Flock misuse. Animals may be to blame for starting a house fire in northwest Atlanta.
A turtle and a pair of cats are believed to be at the center of a fire which destroyed a home on the 600 block of North Avenue. The homeowner tells Atlanta Fire Rescue cats playing near a terrarium knocked the turtle's heater onto some books, igniting a fire with heavy flames which spread to the attic. She was able to rescue herself and her 5-year-old. Atlanta firefighters rescued one cat and about a dozen chickens and ducks in the backyard. All this as firefighters doused the blaze and moved to slow and stop its spread to a house next door. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
We're learning more today about a stabbing at a Cherokee County Chick-fil-A involving a mother and daughter. The sheriff's office says 21-year-old Shania Johnson of Wisconsin stabbed her 39-year-old mother at least 10 times. Following an argument, Johnson is charged with aggravated assault. Her mother is now out of the hospital. A WSB scam alert involves used cars.
It's called VIN cloning. That's when criminals copy the vehicle identification number or VIN number from a legitimate car, and then they place it on a stolen or damaged vehicle. The practice can make a car appear clean on paper, even if it has a hidden history. Law enforcement around the country saying they're seeing more of this happening right now. So when buying a used vehicle, you're urged to compare your VIN number in multiple locations on a vehicle and then check its history before making a purchase. They also say deals that seem too good to be true often are. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
One of Atlanta's 10 most wanted is now behind bars. Atlanta police and the FBI arrest Antavius Kimber. He's wanted in connection to a homicide in Atlanta last December. Amazon drone deliveries have some kinks that still need to be worked out.
When Lindsay Austin of Richmond, Texas, heard the buzz of a drone in her backyard, she excitedly ran outside to document her very first Amazon Prime air delivery. The video, posted initially to TikTok, shows the result. The drone, with its smiling Amazon logo clearly in view, drops Lindsay's package right into her swimming pool.
Jim Ryan reports the incident comes just a day after the retailer announced plans to expand Amazon Prime Air to 500 cities by the end of the year. It is 4:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, it's live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Smilin' Mark McKay.
Hey, Bill, we're working on some pretty hefty 285 delays. Plan on some extra time if you're leaving Dunwoody, heading through
Doraville down to Tucker and Clarkston. That 285 east and southbound stretch is already a battle, leaving Peachtree Boulevard exit 31 trying to clear the Stone Mountain Freeway. Nothing in the way, just a lot of folks joining you as you head south toward I-20. Heading in the opposite direction, if you're rolling toward Sandy Springs, Smyrna Vinings, not so bad once you break free from the jam 285 westbound near Roswell Road. Going to fill in again, though, approaching I-20, leaving South Cobb Drive exit 15 down into that work zone at I-20. Totally different story heading into downtown Atlanta. Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, fully loaded, really heavy for you now. Heading southbound, 400, you're out of Buckhead to 85 south, before 400 with the delay to Midtown, and 75 from near Moore's Mill off and on the brakes as you head through the early delay trying to get to the downtown area. Northbound, delays begin as you head up towards Langford and University around through the Grady Curve. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDeal.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly cloudy skies for this evening. A few hit or miss rain showers possible through the late night hours. Lows tonight in the upper 60s to low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high around 95. A slight cool down for Sunday. Morning lows in the upper 60s to low 70s. Daytime highs in the low 90s.
Storm tracker radar picking up some showers now in Coweta County, also in Douglas County at this hour. 90 in Mableton, 92 in Johns Creek, 94 in Conyers. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I haven't found that lady yet that maybe died and left me $10 million. You know, let me ask this question, Autumn, because I'm with you. Is Autumn with us? Sometimes.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I never know. Yeah, that's her. So we both agree that it's 99% chance that this is a scam. These lawyers get in touch with me saying that somebody with my last name died and $10 million is on the table and they can't find anybody, whatever. But don't you think that if it was definitely a scam, why would they put in there and then we split it 50-50? Don't you think if it was a scam, it would be like, and we'll take 10% and you'll get the rest of it? Wouldn't they want me to believe that I would get the most amount of money possible?
Well, maybe just for this logic right now.
Oh, look at that. They're thinking ahead, and I get it.
They're one step ahead of you.
They're one step ahead of all of us.
Because
but if I get this $10 million, I'm going to be one step ahead of everyone in this room.
Maybe we should.
And don't call me, Autumn. If this turns out to be real, don't you?
I told you I'd eat my hat. I have to find a hat.
I don't want anybody
You'll
calling
have to go
me.
Buy a hat.
I have to buy a hat and then eat it.
When I buy an island,
okay.
Not one of those islands, but an island where family-friendly island. When I buy an island, and I don't want to get calls from people. Oh, I can't pay my bills. You didn't believe my whole $10 million thing. So,
I believed it.
I
totally believed it.
You know what? The last thing I did before I left radio was I got a cassette tape, because I'm an analog guy, of that segment that I could play back to everybody for the rest of all time.
I told you to call the lawyer. You'll see Autumn on the streets with a little cup. Please.
Hey, you know what I would say? I would say actions have consequences. That's what I would say.
Would you kick her over?
I think we should call this law firm or whatever.
The law firm?
Yeah.
Oh, here's another thing that puts it more into scam territory.
Do it off air and then record it and see.
What was this? Was it 1980s morning
radio? I'm just saying. I think it'd be interesting
to splice it together with some music underneath it.
And we'll use the voice disguiser.
Here's something else that will throw this even further into scam territory. Scamatory is that this is from Canada. The law office is in Canada. So.
I don't.
Better than Nigeria, but I'm just saying it's another country.
Because Canadians are tricky.
So what's
I'm just saying
10 million in Canadian?
I'm saying why would but I don't think that she was in Canada.
I've got 10 million loonies for you.
Wait, what are you talking about? Canada's been our enemy forever.
Yeah, we've
know that. We've always hated Canada.
Ever
We've
since
always been scammy.
We've always liked the Russians more.
The Muslim country of Canada.
Did he say that?
No.
Oh.
Not yet. Stay tuned.
It's coming. Look, we got to do this. I can go on about other things, but I want to do this. Right here.
What?
I'm pointing at George. He's looking around.
Hi, I'm Paul Stanley, and this is Paul Stanley Presents, the latest in music and entertainment news.
There we go.
Hey!
Hi, this is Paul Stanley, and this is Paul Stanley's Music News on the Von Hessler Doctrine.
Hey, Paul Stanley.
Hi.
You know what? Do you think this is a scam, or do you think I'm a multimillionaire?
I
Just
think you
waiting to happen?
should. I think you should probably have somebody look into it for you, because if it's a nice little boon.
Yeah, don't leave money on the table, right? Don't just walk
Never
by.
leave money. You know what? That's pocket money.
It's
walking around
money,
money, as we like to say.
I was looking to see this person to see if they exist that they're talking about. I mean, they're dead now if they existed, and I came across somebody who is a not with that name, just because my last name Paul Stanley. It's not like yours. There's plenty Stanleys.
Well, mine isn't even my real last name.
Well, that's right, but
mine is Eisen.
Okay, that's right. But even that is a
like
pretty
Rich Eisen.
Pretty popular name. Pretty popular last name.
Sure.
My last name, finding people who spell it Haess is very rare. And when I was looking at this other stuff, I find this lady is a doctor in San Francisco that I don't know, and I think that she has my eyes.
Probably some people in the 30s and 40s in Germany had your last name.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's why we got out, or at least that's what I tell people.
Doctor in San Francisco. That sounds like some money.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Well, yeah. Well, she's young.
Is she alive?
Oh, she's alive.
No, she's alive. No,
What
I'm
a
saying,
shame.
No, I'm saying, I'm looking at all this, but I think her eyes look. Can you see from there? You're young.
Oh,
I think her eyes look a little bit like my
Looking at
eyes.
yours and hers. Oh my God.
How many kids does your dad have?
I think that we've figured out with this last name, because I don't know if you just go all the way around, because he got in relationships and took on some people along the way. I think the latest number is 11.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's cool.
That's a lot.
Did he not
Well,
believe it?
That's irresponsible.
I myself don't really know many of them, but I
Did
know
he
some.
not-
I know as the years go along, I tend to I meet a few more here or there.
No birth control?
No control. I think
Rhythm.
really. I
The
think it's.
rhythm method.
I think we're talking about whatever that scene that was going on in the Cincinnati area in the late 1950s around jazz clubs or whatever. I don't think there was a whole lot of control at all.
Jazz
going
cigarettes.
on. That was definitely going on.
Mm-hmm.
They were. This was pre-Gummy.
Uh-huh.
But you're not here to talk about my dad.
But I don't mind.
We can talk about your dad one day, but not today. We want music news.
Okay, so Stanley Simmons is a band formed by Paul Stanley's son and Gene Simmons' son.
How is this top
They have a
four-
new
Hold on,
album.
let me ask you a question,
It's
Paul
big
Stan-
news in music.
How is this big news?
Well, because they have an album coming out
Yeah.
on the 28th of
How many
this
people
month.
do you suppose will actually listen to that?
I think
album?
a lot of people will, because Dancing While the World is Ending is the name of this thing. They got together for a lark, and
Uh-huh.
they said,
Yeah.
we had no intention of, becoming a band, but they did so well and it sounds so good that
You're
they're
just promoting your
putting
own
out an
son's
album.
band. You're not giving us the music news. You're just
This
promoting
is
your
mu-
own.
Is this not music news?
Now, if there's any kind of Kiss news, it would be that we haven't covered here was the very, very strange opening pitch deal that went on.
Oh, it's been a huge moment,
about a
though, for
week.
Kiss fans. People, they're still talking about it.
Yeah, because we're still active in our 70s.
Well,
Throwing
that's
the
great.
baseball out.
Didn't
Gene
Gene-
got 4 or 5 turns, though. I did it one time. One and done. That's my nickname.
Do the lollipop. And I'm telling you, anyone that
What's
is
that,
not a
the-
baseball player,
The
and you-
lollipop.
I was asked to do this once for the Gwinnett Stripers, and I think they were called the Gwinnett Braves back then. But I don't know how to throw a baseball. But I think the reason people get in trouble, celebrities, is they go up there and they try to throw like a cool looking ball. Just throw a lollipop. Just make sure it gets there. It's successful if it falls into the glove. It was like,
Why is it
hey,
called a lollipop?
great job. Just when you throw it up
Because
high.
you're a sucker if you try to do it.
Well done, Paul.
I don't know why it's called. I've always thought you've ever heard of a lollipop?
Yeah,
It's just-
absolutely.
you
I've
throw
heard
it
of like a
you throw it very high arc.
Yeah, like
and
a
then it comes
rainbow
to
or-
rainbow. Yeah,
Rainbow
same
works
thing.
too.
An arc. There's an arc on it.
An arc.
And it's very easy. And if you don't throw it too hard, then the catcher is going to be able to find it very easily. It'll all go great.
See-
But if you go out there and you were a pitcher in high school or something, and now you're 55, and you get out there and decide that you're going to show your best one, that's when it's going to end up in the crowd.
The best is when you see athletes from other sports come and throw out the first
Didn't
pitch.
Mahomes have a real ugly one? I
He
think.
threw a bad one. I believe Malik Willis threw a first pitch out for the Marlins. and
Well,
it
he
looked
may be doing that a
terrible.
lot with the Dolphins this year.
Terrible.
We'll see. We'll see. I look at George Clark like he's a fan. He's just like not even a fan. He doesn't care. If the Miami Dolphins are his team,
I
right?
tried.
What do you mean you tried?
I tried to get into it and
Yeah.
follow.
You
and-
have trouble staying with stuff.
Football's boring.
You have
Right,
trouble.
George?
Yeah, you have trouble staying with stuff. I think, George. That might be a good thing. because you're not stuck in the rut. You're not, But I
Trying to
felt
think
like
of, another thing you would be even.
I think you know the other thing.
What? That my heavy metal face?
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, I
you're
walked in. I'm not obsessed. I'm interested. There was one day on the podcast that we do like every once in a while, where he just he went after me because I loved music, but I don't give heavy metal the credit and whatever.
Podcast
No, okay, I know, but
Yeah.
well, you did a good job because I believed you. And then I asked him about it a couple weeks later. He's like, I'm over that.
I still like heavy.
How do you go through a phase that's 2 weeks long?
That's the good question. I think what he's trying to say to me is he showed up that day. He didn't have anything to talk about, and he thought, this will light things up.
Hang on. That's how trends are these days. I'll defend George on this one.
Yeah.
Trends usually last for a week or 2 weeks, and then you
So
move
I'm
on.
ruining it by bringing it up 2 months later.
Yeah, you are. It's so,
I'm not
so
playing.
2 months ago.
These kids, I don't know how they do it these
these
days.
kids.
Hey.
So dumb. So
I'm
dumb.
used to the, excuse me?
I said they're so dumb.
The kids?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I didn't realize you were.
Still money to make for
those
those
kids. Yeah, those kids, you can make money. What about a Kiss biopic?
Okay.
Ooh.
Actually, that would be interesting if they really showed the first time that they got together with Peter Criss. You know that story, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the last scene of Boogie Nights. Yes?
Can we get your opinion on the Beatles stills that have been released?
I haven't seen them.
They're horrible.
When we get back?
All right, but is this about the movies? Because I'm very down about the movies.
Yes,
I don't think it's going
Yeah,
to
they
work.
don't look like the Beatles.
I think it's going. I don't think they. Buddy Holly did. Gary Busey really look like Buddy Holly?
Was he wearing a wig that looked fake?
The wigs are always bad with the Beatles. It's just the way that it is. I
like Gene?
I think this is going to be a huge failure, and I think it's going to hurt the Beatles for a decade. I do. I don't think this is a good idea.
And then they'll be forgotten about.
I mean, we're talking about theaters, all 4 movies at the same time. Just like
in
it's
April
not
of
gonna,
28.
it's just not gonna happen. I mean, it's not. Just because I will be there for all of them doesn't mean that everyone is. Let's say happy Friday to Smilin' Mark. It's good to have Smilin' Mark. Smilin' says 85 is slowing into Sewanee. Is that
WSB's
No. I was asking for Smilin' Mark, not the. There we go. There he is.
Great to be with you and the Doctrinaires. Eric, it is slowing into Swanee. A lot of folks maybe heading out to the lake to take a dip on a hot Friday afternoon. Going to take you a bit of extra time to get there from Duluth into Swanee with those 85 northbound slowing beginning at Sugarloaf Parkway. Get up toward 985 above Lawrenceville Swanee Road. You're in good shape. Trying to get into Duluth from Norcross, still less than 10 minutes. 85 north leaving 285 up to Highway 316. The 400 slowing we're picking up now is right around the North Springs MARTA station, where that 285 east and west ramp dumps out onto 400 north for that ride north toward Roswell. Keeping you going into Cobb, Cherokee County, Stephanie Stallworth.
Yes, that Northwest Corridor ride, 75 northbound, southbound pockets of volume between Marietta and Ackworth. Also, 575 northbound, starting your slowing out of Kennesaw as you head up towards Highway 92. Update sponsored by Whole Foods Market. Save on fresh summer berries at Whole Foods Market. Get 2 6-ounce organic blackberries or raspberries for $7 with Prime through September 1st. While supplies last, shop in store or online. Terms apply. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Think you can't afford a new roof, windows, and doors? You can. The Roof Guys at Finley make it affordable with 0% financing and payments starting at just $139 a month. Get started at finleyroofing.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
When it comes to public safety, Georgia has a voice in Washington. Congressman Mike Collins. Collins wrote the Laken-Riley Act, signed into law by President Trump, requiring federal detention of illegal immigrants charged with serious crimes. Collins wrote the Trank Act, signed into law by President Biden, cracking down on fentanyl-laced tranquilizers. 2 laws, 2 presidents, 1 priority: protecting Georgia families. Learn more. Visit collins.house.gov. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Something big is coming. On September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals and an all-day celebration built for sports fans. The countdown has begun and all roads lead to Game Day. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states, from Texas to California to Florida to right here in Georgia. Every fan is in on the excitement. One app, every sport, all 50 states. DraftKings Game Day is yours. Remember the date, September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. New DraftKings customers sign up with code ATLANTATALK. Spend $5 to get $150 in rewards within 14 days. That's code ATLANTATALK. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends August 23rd. Terms dkng.co/predictions promo. Nationwide based on sportsbook predictions and free-to-play sports contest availability. Varies by state.
When I was a kid, my dream wasn't a mansion. It wasn't a yacht. It was a 250cc Kawasaki dirt bike sitting in the garage. That garage and that bike represented freedom. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello. At A1 Garage Door Service, we know your garage holds more than tools. It holds dreams. From repairs to upgrades, call A1 Garage Door Service today or schedule online at a1garage.com.
A1 from day one.
Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. When you receive a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, there's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
You finally got that dream home. Then a pipe burst. Now you're draining your savings to drain the basement, and your other bills keep flooding in. But with HomeTap, you could tap into your home equity to cover renovations, debt, or whatever comes next. And unlike other home equity products, a HomeTap home equity investment has no monthly payments or impact on your mortgage rate. So consider using what you've already built. After all, it's your home. Tap into it. See how much you could get at HomeTap.com.
When someone's AC is on the fritz, drains are clogged, or wall outlets are sparking, Castile Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical never asks, how soon do you need it fixed? You know why? Because no one in recorded history has ever said, oh, take your time, just whenever you can get to it. We just assume how fast can you get here will always be the answer. So Castile will be there same day, and we won't leave until you're 100% satisfied. See? Sometimes it's good to assume. It gets your AC fixed fast. Book today at CastileAir.com.
Linda Beaver here. Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. That's why at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, only the best vehicles earn a place on our front line. Each one is carefully selected and inspected. Quality isn't negotiable. One property, two trusted brands, over 700 pre-owned vehicles. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car. We have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision.
All right, Paul, by the way, we're going to keep you a little longer today because we're being a bit diverted.
I want to hear what you have to say about this.
This is music, but so I'm seeing now these these are new stills because they've been obviously they're doing the Abbey Road part and they're filming and people are these people who are looking
spotted filming, yes.
Spotted filming, and man, does Lennon look bad. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie, but. That it's in Slack, Autumn, if you want to look at it. But I man, that beard does not at all look like the beard from Abbey Road. He looks like he's a redhead or something. I don't know.
It looks bad.
I do know. This is a bad idea. Do you know that and this will never happen, but here I am, 62 years of age. Maybe I've done anything I can do in radio. Maybe I put my other talents in other places. And one place that should hire Eric Von Haessler is Apple, not the computer company, the Beatles company, because I should be in charge of how do we move forward? What do we release? How do we keep this alive? Because I have a better idea and understanding than anybody that's there. Now, they've got a new person who's just taking over now, so we'll find out. But, I mean, this is just such a bad idea. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. Now, the Beatles are so great that it'll only hurt for 10 years, and a new generation will come along, get turned on, and the whole thing will start over again. But this is going to hurt.
Well, these wigs are just terrible.
Yeah.
Why don't they get, like...
And fake beards. Don't forget that.
Yeah, the beard is so...
It's not even... It's like bushy. Yeah. Lennon's beard and... Now, here's the other thing that you can do. You can just not try. And if you don't try, then we don't hold it against you. Just give us a good movie. Give us,
Well, can a dude grow out his hair? Like, why do we...
Yeah, well, Here's the problem.
Why can't we get like a black lady in here to make that lace front lay down flat instead of that hard part? You know what I'm saying?
I know. Here's the problem, and then we'll get off this. The problem is, if you're going to do the whole story, you've got like 4 different looks. And so you got to get all the wigs and all the facial hair and everything right. All the wigs for 4 different looks. If you do a movie that's just in Hamburg, Germany before they're famous, you got 1 look.
That's easier to do.
A lot easier to do. This is going to be a disaster.
Let's do AI.
Might as well, as much as like Beatles fans, such as myself, fanatics. Everybody I know that's a fanatic Beatles fan like me loved the documentary Get Back. Well, all over it. I mean, it was ultimately almost 7 hours long. It was too short for us. And basically, you're just sitting there listening to them do songs over and over again. But we're like, it's like I'm in the studio. I don't care. I'll just sit here.
The real fans went through all the different sort of iterations of Get Back.
Yeah,
when it was all those different things.
Yes.
And it was way worse. You didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, and so there's a lot there. For all of that, that documentary never reached the top 10 in Disney Plus. Never. So just because I'm really interested doesn't mean a bunch of other people are interested, which as a professional on the radio, while I'm saying that, says, well, what the hell am I doing talking about it? Because probably most of the people listening aren't interested, which is the point. They are going to ruin the Beatles for 10 years with these movies, probably even if they're great.
The thing that
because they'll flop. Nobody's going to go see all 4 of them at the same time.
They all come out at the same time.
So they're calling it the first. What is it? The first bingeable theatrical experience.
It's not going to happen.
Nope.
Everybody's going to say, "Hey, look, I'll watch it on streaming." 4 of
Are
them.
they an hour and a half each?
I don't know.
They're
supposedly you have to. They're like a jigsaw puzzle, and you have to see them together. They all cover basically the same events from different points of view, which sounds interesting. I got to give it to Sam Mendes, the director. He's really, going for the fences on this one. But I think they could do a great job, and it could still flop. And just because it flopped, it will end up hurting the band. Smiley Mark says 75 is a hassle in Henry County.
Especially trying to get from Locust Grove up to Stockbridge, Eric. That 75 Friday afternoon slow zone in full effect, leaving Bill Gardner Parkway exit 212, breaking free at Jonesboro Road. Headed south out of Stockbridge, your tap of the brakes. Fortunately, that's it. Southbound at Hudson Bridge, Eagles Landing Parkway. The ride home, I-85 out of Union City, Fairburn, Palmetto, and Noonan looks good. What about I-20, Stephanie Stallworth?
West Freeway 20 westbound rolling along fairly well, leaving downtown, heading beyond 285 towards Douglasville. It's the east side, mainly inbound with big jam into Stonecrest. You're well below the limit now, getting to Panola and the Wesley Chapel 285 ramp. Update brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Reliable Heating and Air recommends if there's a musty smell from your AC, it could mean moisture buildup. Let Reliable check it out at reliableair.com. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Belinda Skelton here with Virtual Imaging, and I have Frankie Maldonado with Virtual Imaging in the studio with me. Frankie, I think everybody associates the free heart scan with Virtual Imaging, but y'all do so much more.
So much more, Belinda. We have additional forms of heart disease that we can capture through other scans we provide. We provide lung scans, abdomen pelvis scans, virtual colonoscopies. We've now added, amazingly, a brain scan.
I love it.
And we're not done. There's always new technologies that our champions in medicine are vetting to find out what we can do to increase our capabilities of early detection. And it's remarkable to think, Linda, you've been there, you've done this. In a scan that takes less than 5 minutes, multiple forms of heart disease and hundreds of different forms of cancer can be captured. With any of these diseases, it is about early detection. If you find any of these early enough, you have a chance of survival. That's all we're trying to provide.
And that provides you with choices in your treatment plan.
That's the biggest thing. If you have it early enough, you might even have the chance in the cancer format of eliminating the possibility of chemotherapy and radiation, which is decimating the good and bad cells in our body.
We probably have listeners who are listening right now that are saying, I'm healthy, thank God. I don't need this scan. What would you say, Frankie, to those listeners?
Respectfully, it's a fool's paradise to think that way because, Belinda, it is a terrifying, frightening thing to think. But right this minute, millions of people in America are walking around with cancer cells in their body, with heart disease developing, and they have no idea. If they don't do anything about it, it could eventually stricken them and take their life. If you find out early enough, you have the chance, as you said, and that's all anybody can ask for.
Folks, book your appointment today. Book your free heart scan for you and a loved one. Just dial 770-678-SCAN. That's a free heart scan for you and a loved one. Call 770-678-SCAN. I want you to call now.
Alabama, live in concert. Song of the South. October 15th, 7 p.m., Gas South Arena. Play me some with special guest, the Marshall Tucker Band. Grandma and Grandpa used to play. Alabama, live. Roll on along, roll on, Daddy, till you get back home. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. You gotta have a fiddle. Presented by Outback Presents.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's news and talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top local story, hoping to prevent misuse of license plate reading cameras. A Metro Atlanta law enforcement agency is putting new measures in place.
Amid reports of misuse in other agencies, Cobb County Sheriff's Office Assistant Chief Gina Hawkins explains they chose to launch a proactive audit of their policies around flock cameras.
To say, hey, let's check our own selves before anyone else checks us.
The department is now limiting access to the system to only 50 personnel, and they've rolled out new training so deputies will know how to properly report system use.
We're always reevaluating our process.
No cases of misuse have been reported at the agency. In Cobb County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
It is 91 degrees in Atlanta, and we are seeing a few showers and storms beginning to fire up, mainly south and west of Atlanta right now. Will it be a dry weekend? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A debate in Gwinnett County over accommodations for Muslim students. Tori Branham, a resident of Dublin, speaks for parents who are upset.
Parents have addressed concerns about Ramadan meals, Qurans, prayer rugs, and other religious accommodations promoted through official school accounts such as Instagram and Facebook.
But Gwinnett County parent Antoine Lovelace pushes back.
We can disagree with the superintendent. We can question policies. We can challenge decisions made by this district. But there is a thin line between disagreement and bigotry.
During the meeting, School Board Chair Therese Johnson Morgan says they are committed to making sure all students and teachers can be successful and thrive. The use of modern technology helps Forsyth County deputies find a woman's stolen car. The AirPods left in the car help investigators track the vehicle, and a Tesla parked near the car captured video of the suspect. They spotted the suspect in a local subdivision.
They saw a gentleman matching the description of the person that we had on the video walking down the road, and they were able to take him into custody without incident.
Stacy Miller with the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office says the woman now has her car back. A teen mom is now charged with murder in the death of her infant son.
The 18-year-old mother is the second person arrested after her 2-year-old is killed. Her live-in boyfriend was arrested and charged earlier this month after Canton police officers responded to a home call of an unresponsive child. Officers found the 2-year-old with bruises and other injuries. Jail records showed Devora Diaz Perez now faces second-degree murder, 2 counts of second-degree cruelty to children, 3 counts of reckless conduct, and 2 counts of negligence. She's being held without bond. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
A teen driver is at the wheel in a crash on I-20 in DeKalb County involving a deputy from another Georgia county.
Georgia State Patrol says a driver is charged with violating the move-over law and following too closely after crashing into 2 vehicles in an active work zone on I-20 East at Panola Road. The other vehicles include a police SUV driven by a Greene County Sheriff's deputy and a crash truck. Both were stopped when 18-year-old Ja'Cory Cope is accused of rear-ending the police car, then forcing that vehicle into the crash truck. Cope and the 21-year-old deputy are treated for injuries. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
A Cobb County man is sentenced in Alabama for his role in a scheme to cash stolen U.S. Treasury checks with false IDs. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Montgomery says Devin Atkins and a Brooklyn woman successfully got more than $14,000, but by the following day, police were onto them. That's when they were pulled over. Atkins then sped off, driving over 125 miles per hour until he crashed into a light pole, and the couple were caught. He's sentenced to 5 years in federal prison. 2 men are caught on camera illegally dumping a refrigerator in the parking lot of an apartment complex in DeKalb County. Police are now trying to locate the 2 men. We posted their photos on our website and the WSB radio app. They were driving a white Honda Odyssey. Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts rules President Trump's White House ballroom project can move ahead for now.
This administrative stay simply says that everything is on pause pending further order of the Chief Justice or of the Supreme Court as a whole, which basically means that construction can continue until the justices say otherwise.
Correspondent Stephen Portnoy reports today's ruling comes after an appeals court blocked construction because the project was not approved by Congress. It is now 4:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Smile and Mark McKay.
Need to head into the heart of the city or even Midtown Atlanta? Be prepared for a very slow ride coming in from the north. Here are the 75, 485 backups in northwest Atlanta. You'll hit the brakes hard approaching Howell Mill Road. A slow ride out of Buckhead on 400 southbound with delays that begin before Lenox Road. Out of Brookhaven this afternoon, I'm seeing a slow zone that develops at North Druid Hills Road, exit 89, and you're loaded up into Midtown passing Georgia Tech, starting to regain the speed limit past I-20. Reverse that northbound commute, and you're going to be slow from University Avenue up to John Lewis Freedom Parkway. Watching the slow spots on Atlanta's bypass 285 is Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, worse the perimeter, including your 285 East and South Inner Loop ride, leaving Doraville, getting down through Tucker, down towards Memorial and Covington Highway. It was debris on the ramp from 285 South to 20 eastbound. Had the right lane blocked for a while. There's some of your volume there as well. The west side, of course, still jammed southbound into I-20. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDeal.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly cloudy, hot and humid for this evening with a few rain showers and thunderstorms rolling through. Lows tonight in the upper 60s to low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high around 95. Lower humidity levels on Sunday, morning lows in the upper 60s, daytime highs in the low 90s.
Storm tracker radar picking up rain right now on the south side of Metro Atlanta. We're seeing some rain in South Fulton, also in Coweta County and in Carroll County. It is 93 in Snellville, 94 in Woodstock, 91 in Peachtree City. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Your family's backyard fun continues during cooler weather when families come together in a Bullfrog hot tub from Brown's Pools and Spas. Only Bullfrog offers the Jetpack Therapy System, allowing you to customize each seat to fit every body in your family. Save up to $2,000 off with 0% financing for 48 months, plus a free audio upgrade. Offer ends September 8th. Brown's Pools and Spas. Over 50 years of awe. BrownsPools.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Shane, third-generation owner at Shane Company. As a family jeweler for almost 100 years, we're known for doing right by our customers. Our legacy of integrity depends on it. We stand behind our engagement rings with our all-inclusive free lifetime warranty. We handpick the most beautiful diamonds, then negotiate for the best price. At Shane Company, we put you first because a friend always has your back. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Don't let a DUI ruin your life. Hire the attorney that other attorneys hire. GeorgeStein.com.
Buy with confidence and transparency with the Jim Ellis Expressway.
Express yourself.
I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of Jim Ellis Automotive Group. When you buy a vehicle, you should feel confident throughout the shopping and buying process. That's why at Jim Ellis Automotive, we focus on something simple: transparency. We believe in clear pricing, straightforward information, and helping you understand every option available to you. And we'll keep you totally informed every step of the way.
Express yourself.
Choosing a vehicle isn't just about transportation. It's about finding a car, truck, or SUV that fits your lifestyle, something that helps you express yourself. And with the Jim Ellis Expressway, you can shop on your terms. Search thousands of new and pre-owned vehicles, calculate payments, secure financing, and get a value for your trade. All online, all from the comfort of home. Get started now at JimEllis.com.
Express yourself.
Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.
All right. Now that I've declared the Beatles movie's dead, let's go back to Paul Stanley and get some other music news.
I don't have anything else to say about my son.
Oh, good. Can we get something that's not... Oh, and by the way, so I never watched the video. I don't know why I didn't, but I never watched the video of you and Gene Simmons throwing out the first pitch. It was the Anaheim. It was what are they called these days?
Angels.
The Angels.
Yeah, well, I know, but about the Los
California
Angeles.
Angels
It's
now, I
the
think.
California
The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
There you
They
go.
still call them that?
Yeah, rolls
Well,
right.
they changed it. Now it's the Los Angeles Angels of
I
Anaheim.
call them the dummies who gave up Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, well, he wasn't gonna. They weren't gonna go anywhere.
Bad ownership.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't really look into it.
No,
but
Paul's really
so,
into this.
So was it goofy? Did it look goofy?
I looked fantastic. I had a vest on.
No, I
shirt
saw
under
that.
it.
Yeah, I saw that. You were looking.
And Gene looked.
You didn't look a
okay.
day over. You didn't look a day over 64.
I looked great. Thank you.
Yeah. But did Gene throw a really weird one? Because he had like 4 or 5 attempts.
He kept going. He's like a little kid. I'm going to go again. It's my turn still.
But then he finally did it, and he got it, and he raised his arms.
Yeah,
and
he was all happy about
Well,
it.
I guess we all could do that. If everybody who's done, remember when Fauci threw one into the stands and behind first
don't
base?
speak his name.
No, listen. I'm not bringing up politics. I'm saying that if you had given him,
I had 7 jabs.
if you had given him like 3 more times, maybe he would have. You don't usually, Gene. You don't usually get 4 attempts at it. Is what I'm saying.
Well, Gene got 1 attempt for every member of KISS.
That's very nice. Actually, there's at least 19 members of KISS
Yes.
if you put them all together. But I get
True.
what you're saying.
Yes.
Only 4 at any given time.
Correct.
All right. What do you got for music news?
Sorry, Bonnaroo heads, or Bonnaroovians, as they say.
Bonnaroovians.
That's what it says here.
That's
yes.
Jared Yamamoto. He's a Bonnaroovian.
They're going to be taking a much-needed year off in 2027. So, sorry, Jared.
I know. I'm bummed.
Why
It's because I didn't go this year. That's why.
Yeah, they can't make
That's
it
what it
without you.
says right here. Because Jared Yamamoto didn't go.
We
I
realize.
told my wife that we should have gone this year, but we had a wedding.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Couldn't go. And look what happens. Now it's dead.
I
for
say
this
it's probably dead, or it'll be more than 1 year.
They've had
because
problems with weather.
They're acting like they're a person who's stressed out. Hey, we're taking a me year. It's a festival. It's not a person who's like, oh man, is Bonner. Hey, I've been doing this now for 17 years. I am tired.
Maybe they're going abroad.
You think they're going to travel? You think Bonnaroo's going to go
They're
see
gonna
the
go
world,
abroad, stay at some
relax,
hostels.
maybe go out and get their breathing going. Maybe out in Arizona or something.
Sure.
Yeah, just come back refreshed.
They
And
should,
Bonnaroo
they should go
said-
to Burning Man.
Yeah, Bonnaroo said that they were feeling a touch of consumption, so
Yeah.
they need a year off.
They
Well,
need
you know
the
what
dry
happened?
air.
Yeah.
You know what happened? The story within the story is, I believe I think it was 5 years ago, Live Nation bought Bonnaroo.
Who owns
And-
Live Nation? Go look. Is it a private equity group?
Probably. And
Ruining
I
everything.
can tell you this, like it lost a lot of its authentic feel. Like the first year, it felt the same. Second year, you could kind of see some of the Live Nation look and the branding and stuff.
No,
and
it's
then
all
the third
corporate
year,
crap.
The third year I went, it was just, they had some plastic feels to it that I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, it's not good.
No,
it was all about the
corporate-
experience and the music.
When the corporate world is in charge of anything in the arts these days, it hasn't always been this way, but this kind of corporate world that we live in now, you immediately lose the soul. And whatever you identify as that thing, about this event or whatever that makes it cool and a reason to drive. See, they don't see that. Like if a person who put, let's say, Woodstock was famously put on by like 3 or 4 people, had an idea, whatever. And you probably want to do more of these things with a little more structure than that. But these festivals will start with an idea, and with people who have been to festivals, love music, understand what it is to drive 150 miles with 5 friends in the car with you to go, understand that whole thing. And they get the festivals going, and then the corporations come in, and all they see is X number of people go to festival. This is what they do. Okay, how can we get them? We've got them on the grounds. How can we get them to buy more merch? How can we get them to? We're not getting. Our understanding is a few people are leaving our event with a couple of cents left in their pockets, and those belong to us. So we have any ideas that it's not about understanding the lifestyle event that it is and what it does, and in your youth, in your 20s and 30s, the memories that are being made. Now, look, I'm not an idealist. Money has to be made, and you want to make the most money possible. But the possible part has to be within the realm of providing the experience that the whole damn thing is about.
Absolutely.
By the time the corporations step in, it's just about X number of people. We've got them for 3 days. How can we get more money out of them? That's all that it is. That's all that it is. There's nothing about the experience, what it is, what we're providing, and making sure that people have the best damn time they possibly can. If it takes 6 hours in a traffic jam to get in, well, I'm running the corporation. I'm not in that traffic jam, so I don't give a damn. They're coming.
Now, I think what really set me off, because last year we set up our campsite, and then the festival got canceled. And it came out later that it was the festival trying to get the insurance from all the bands that were going there. They're trying to get the insurance money from it. And then because of the outrage, they were only going to give a partial refund to everybody. They ended up giving all of us full refunds because of that.
Can you imagine that? Why? Do they have like one night of music or something?
Yeah, Thursday.
Okay.
We got there Friday. Thursday night went on as planned, and then they were trying to only give you 3/4 of a refund because Thursday went on as planned.
Because Live Nation just doesn't. They got one bucket for this, and
Well,
they
you
can't.
got one night. Why would you get a full refund?
See,
there you
that's
go.
what Live Nation.
Speaking of corporate rock,
but what really frustrated me was in 2024, the year prior, the prices like around the farm were actually not that expensive compared to other festivals. You saw the pictures of Coachella. It's like $30 to get a pretzel, right?
Yeah.
Like, I would never go to a festival and pay that kind of money for that. Bonnaroo for a while didn't have that until last year when I walked around and I'm like, it's $25 for a burger? That's
somebody stood
ridiculous.
up in a boardroom and said, what are we doing here? We've got them. They're captured. We need to take all of their money. Now, let's stop being foolish about this. Did you find out who's behind Live
Liberty
Nation?
Media Corporation.
There you go. Same people own the
boy.
Braves.
Are they private equity?
They are hedge
giant
fund.
conglomerate.
Is it hedge fund or private equity, that one?
It
Liberty.
just says American Mass Media Company. The company, they own, Formula One.
Yeah,
MotoGP,
I believe, and they own the Braves, don't they?
They do. Liberty Media does, yes.
They must be a hedge fund or a private equity group.
Well, that's the kind of group that would be like, you know what, dudes and dudettes, I need to take a meeting.
Yeah, exactly. So
you're right, Autumn.
Well,
Also, there's no
Go
rock
back to
bands
your
probably
anymore.
there's no roots.
There's no
Liberty
roots.
Media can't go back to their roots. Liberty Media has a different thing. Are they a private or are they like Penske Media?
Diversified Media Communications and Entertainment Holding.
That sounds
Holding.
cool.
Oh man.
Holding company.
That's so wild. What a name.
It's like the holding part. Like, how is it a holding?
Communities holding.
Hedge funds, private equity, doesn't matter. It's wild. Hey, the fact that the Braves won a World Series being owned by one of these entities really surprised the hell out of
We're
me.
in contention for one this year.
Okay, but that really surprised me. And they own F1 now, too.
They're publicly traded, which makes them not.
Okay, yeah, they're publicly traded, and they're just a big corporation.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, just like Kiss, aren't you guys?
Where do I buy that?
Are you guys publicly traded?
Can I say one thing real quick? There's no more rock bands.
Yeah.
So that's probably another reason why they're canceling these festivals.
Oh, it's all EDM?
Yeah.
You know what they should start doing at like Bonnaroo? They should try it once, and I'll bet you it would be huge. Get like the best Fleetwood Mac cover band with people who are in their 20s and 30s. Because my understanding is it's better. There's a couple of them in the country that people say it's better than going to see Fleetwood Mac. It's like seeing Fleetwood Mac in 1975 or 1976. I'll bet you that would do better.
I think there's bands that people are interested in seeing at a festival.
Absolutely.
Well, see the Killers again?
No, the
there's
bands are not the
million.
issue. The bands are
There's
not
not a million.
There's not a million like there used to be.
The issue is the experience. You hit the nail on the head with the cost of everything
Yes.
around. They really reduced the traffic flow going in and out of the farm a couple of years ago,
Yeah,
and
they
then it
don't
became
care.
difficult.
They don't give a damn. They don't care about your actual experience. You want to see this band? Give us money.
That's
we
the
got
issue.
you for 3 days. Well, everything's going to cost $1 gazillion because nothing's going to be like, hey, thank you for being a customer. That's what you're never going to get once a large corporation or private equity group takes over. You're never going to get anything a little extra like, hey, thank you for being our customer. We really appreciate that. Smiling Mark is watching a crash on 85 in Brookhaven.
Just as you leave North Druid Hills Road, good collection of flashing lights, hero, police on the scene, and this crash involves an express bus, a couple of other vehicles. They're taking out a right lane, 85 southbound, right at the exit ramp to Lennox Road, Cheshire Bridge Road, exit 88. So the delays back behind it begin just south of Claremont, and it'll be a long, slow ride from that point into Midtown Atlanta on 85 and the connector south. 85 northbound slowing now as you leave 285 heading up to Jimmy Carter Boulevard. Heavy between Duluth and Swanee, 85 northbound from Sugarloaf Sugarloaf Parkway up to Lawrenceville-Swanee Road. Your 75 delays now starting to pick up from Delk Road, headed north toward Kennesaw. How's 400, Stephanie Stallworth?
Lining up a little slowly there after the perimeter, heading north up to the North Springs Martis station. After that, just a little stop and go, heading up to Highway 140. After that to Cumming, no major issues. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Back to school means back to school lunches and snacks.
And the price of groceries keeps going up. But we have the solution.
WSB's Grand for Groceries. 5 chances a day to win $5,000. 5 words. 5 times a day. Every weekday. Just enter the word at WSBRadio.com or on the WSB Radio app.
Your first chance to win is this Monday.
WSB's Grand for Groceries.
It pays to get your news from 95.5 WSB.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
When your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, it feels like there's only one option. Want you to do your homework, folks. Remember, once a joint is replaced, there's no going back. Hey, it's Mark Aaron. Before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or just years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to deliver relief to patients like you right here in Atlanta. They concentrate tiny healing tools within your body right in the spot that's actually causing the pain. The whole idea is to give you a real shot at holding off on surgery, or in some cases, avoiding it altogether. And that's why it makes sense to explore every option before making a decision that can change your life. Don't just accept, quote, surgery is your only choice. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion and know your options. Conversation, consultation, totally free. 770-285-8026. 770-285-8026.
Jane is a small business owner. Tell them what that's like, Jane.
Yeah, well, it's like a roller coaster with a lot of ups and downs, and some days things can feel like they're flying off the rails.
Yep, it's a lot. But the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business can help you manage it all. With the largest, fastest fiber-powered network designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect.
Nice. So everything stays on track.
The Total Solutions Advantage. No one does business like Comcast Business.
The more solutions you add, the more you save. Get started today with a qualifying internet package for as low as $60 a month when you add an advanced solution. Plus, new customers, ask how to get up to $1,500 in prepaid cards when you add 2 lines of mobile to a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and automatic payments with bank account required. $60 offer requires 300 meg internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Prepaid card offers end 9/13/2026.
Something big is coming. On September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals and an all-day celebration built for sports fans. The countdown has begun and all roads lead to Game Day. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states, from Texas to California to Florida to right here in Georgia. Every fan is in on the excitement. One app, every sport, all 50 states. DraftKings Game Day is yours. Remember the date, September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. New DraftKings customers sign up with code ATLANTA-TALK. Spend $5 to get $150 in rewards within 14 days. That's code ATLANTA-TALK. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends August 23rd. Terms dkng.co/predictions promo. Nationwide based on sportsbook predictions and free-to-play sports contest availability. Varies by state.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Okay, looking for a new deck or an upgrade to your existing deck? Dave Baker here for Ben Hill Renovations. Let Ben Hill help you design your dream deck. They offer lots of options. Check out their showroom, speak with their designers, or check out their work at bhrenovations.com. You will see that Ben Hill Renovations checks all the boxes for your deck needs. See them on the web at bhrenovations.com. That's bhrenovations.com. Ben Hill Renovations, creating raving fans since 1964.
All right, don't hate the player, hate the game. We spoke for too long on that last segment, so we don't have a lot of time here. Paul Stanley, you got a quick story for us?
Yes, well, congratulations to Tattoo Face Post Malone.
Yeah?
He and his new girlfriend of a year, Christy Lee, have announced their engagement.
Boy, 1 year. Okay, engaged. They didn't just jump and get married.
Remember,
that's all right. 1 year, then you get engaged, and you got another year goes by, and then you get married.
They rekindled, too. They broke up 2 years
all right,
ago.
this is not going to work.
You don't think so?
They'll be married for 2 years.
Well, one day he'll wake up and read in the magazine that his, love of his life married Dan Aykroyd.
The love of his life married Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
Is this something that happened to you?
That happened to me.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Are they still married? Is
they
he still
are
married?
Still together. So I'm happy for both
Let's
of them.
face it, you wouldn't have stuck around that long. So
I might have.
I don't think
she
you
was
would
a
have.
sweetheart. It's my fault it didn't work.
Really? What was the problem?
I was out tomcatting all
That's
the time.
all what it is. You damn rock stars. You
That's
just
right.
can't keep it in your pants.
She was like, I prefer someone with autism.
Dan Aykroyd?
Yeah.
He does not have autism.
Yes,
What are
he
you
does.
talking about?
Yes, he does.
What are you talking
All right,
about?
let's look it up.
I don't
Is
know.
that something you
She's
heard
in a
about?
glass
Did you
house.
hear that on Below Deck or something? What? What you?
Just know it. Just look it up.
It's something he's talked about?
Just because you're obsessed with crystal skulls doesn't
Yeah.
mean you have autism.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you know everything about like Norse mythology and like ghosts and stuff. and
Maybe he's on the
aliens.
spectrum and has Asperger's, but I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, well, we'll
I think
figure
that
it
Bill
out.
Murray was like called it a superpower and it made him feel bad. This is no.
Okay, all right. It sounds like it might just be something I haven't heard.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Doesn't it make sense though?
Is the spectrum 1 to 10? I mean, any kind of like could we
We
say
can make it 1 to 10 for this
Maybe
segment.
we would
it's
say
1 to
Dan.
100.
We would say Dan. Okay, but it doesn't really matter.
There's slightly
if-
interested in
if-
crystal skulls, and then there's like,
If it's
and you can't speak.
if I
Or and they're like dropping toothpicks on
He's
the ground.
on
and
the
knowing
spectrum. I just verified
So let me
it.
just say, if the spectrum is 1 to 10, I'd put him at a 3. If it's 1 to 100, I'd put it at 30%. What the hell's the difference?
Oh no, I'd put it at like 60.
Really? No, because you wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't be able to. You got to remember all those lines and everything.
That's he remembers.
Oh, I guess
everything.
that would be more.
Yeah.
Well, you learn something new every day. You want to go see AC/DC, Autumn?
No.
Okay, well, I'm gonna
You
give
can
these
give my
tickets.
tickets to somebody
I'm gonna
else
give
here
these
if you want.
tickets.
I'd like to go.
You could just walk in and say you're Paul Stanley.
You're right, I could.
We're gonna give these to people who otherwise perhaps would have to pay. Win 2 tickets to see AC/DC on Thursday, August 27th at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Smile and Mark sees brake lights on I-20 by Six Flags.
And they're the inbound variety. I-20 eastbound's crowded, leaving Thornton Road, trying to get past Six Flags over Georgia out to Fulton Industrial Boulevard. Headed home to Lithia Springs, Douglasville, and beyond. You're in pretty good shape. I-20 westbound. Watching I-20 on the east side. Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, worse delays inbound on a Friday. Sluggo 20 westbound out of Conyers from near Sigmund Road to the Mall at Stonecrest. And again, approaching Padola, that work zone over to Wesley Chapel and 285 ramp crashes. Lithonia Industrial Boulevard, Covington Highway, Max Cleveland at Center Padola at Thompson Mill. Traffic brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Linda Beaver here. Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. That's why at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, only the best vehicles earn a place on our front line. Each one is carefully selected and inspected. Quality isn't negotiable. One property, quality, 2 trusted brands, over 700 pre-owned vehicles. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car, we have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision.
Most home sellers get an offer and immediately face a decision. Do I take it or do I reject it? Here's another idea. How about we find out what else is out there first? Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. With Orchard Offers, you don't have to settle for one cash offer. Your Orchard agent submits your home to an exclusive network of hundreds of local cash buyers and lets them compete for your home. Multiple serious buyers, multiple cash offers, all laid out side by side so you can compare them and choose the one that works best for you. No guessing whether you could have gotten more, no wondering if you left thousands on the table. And there's no need for repairs, showings, or a long, drawn-out selling process. So don't accept an offer until you know what your options are. Get your free home valuation and see your offers today with Orchard Offers at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Southern Exteriors. Our top local story, a heated debate about accommodations for Muslims in Gwinnett County schools.
A firestorm over social media posts has ignited a debate in the state's largest school district over how much accommodation Muslim students should have.
We expect those who come to our country to assimilate. We are not here to accommodate.
Tori Branham, who drove from Dublin, says she's speaking for parents who are concerned, but parent Antoine Lovelace warns the discussion is drifting into bigotry.
We are no longer debating education or leadership. We are attacking a person for who they are.
Board Chair Therese Johnson Morgan says they are committed to making sure all students and teachers can be successful and thrive. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
91 degrees in Atlanta. We are seeing a few showers and storms around Metro Atlanta right now. Will they continue tonight? And what day this weekend will be slightly cooler? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Some of today's modern technology helps Forsyth County deputies find a stolen car and a suspect.
Deputies only needed a pair of AirPods to track down a stolen car to a nearby subdivision. Forsyth County Sheriff's spokesperson Stacy Miller says they were able to get clear images of the suspect taking off in the running car outside a daycare.
A Tesla was parked near this car and was able to capture video.
44-year-old Donald Murray was found walking down a street after abandoning the car. Deputies followed a trail of items like the victim's wallet and phone. Miller says it's important to never leave a car running and unattended, even if it's just for a few seconds. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
The Cobb County Sheriff's Office updates its guidance on the use of license plate reading cameras. Assistant Chief Gina Hawkins says previously they had twice yearly audits. Now they're going to conduct them every quarter.
This is a way to show, hey, if we are making sure we're maintaining reviews or audit, then when we see something come about where it's an error or somebody's lacking training or someone's deliberately doing something, we can catch it at that point.
Unlike some other agencies in Metro Atlanta, the Cobb Sheriff's Office has not reported any cases of flock misuse. A woman blames cats for a fire at her Northwest Atlanta home.
She says it wasn't horseplay, it was cat play. A homeowner escaped with her 5-year-old as heavy fire overtook her home in the 600 block of North Avenue. She tells Atlanta Fire Rescue 2 rough-and-tumble cats near their terrarium knocked over the turtle's heater, setting some books on fire. Atlanta firefighters stretched multiple lines to put out the huge flames reaching the attic and licking the house next door. A captain says they were happy to find and rescue one cat plus about a dozen ducks and chickens from a small gated farm in the backyard. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
A Covington man is facing federal charges for alleged social media threats against a former FBI agent. The U.S. attorney in Atlanta accuses Isaiah Washington of posting multiple violent threats against federal law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, CIA, and DEA. His online rant culminated when he posted photos of a retired FBI agent and someone resembling him threatening to kill him. He's charged with transmitting interstate threats. WSB Scam Alert is a warning to used car buyers.
VIN cloning is when a scammer copies the vehicle identification number from a legitimate car or truck and then places it on a stolen or damaged vehicle. You may not even know that you're a victim until you go to try to get insurance or try to register the vehicle. Experts recommend comparing the VIN number in multiple locations on a vehicle and then check the history before making a purchase.
WSB Sabrina Cupid reports deals that seem too good to be true often are. Drivers can expect more delays on the west side perimeter this weekend. It's part of the ongoing I-285 West Side rebuild project, but this weekend will not be a full closure. The work begins tonight and continues through 5 a.m. Monday. 2 left lanes will be closed northbound between Langford Parkway and Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, and 2 right lanes will be closed southbound between MLK and Langford Parkway. It is now 5:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Smile and Mark McKay.
It's a 400 fight Buckhead into Midtown Atlanta, Bill, with 400 delays beginning before Lenox Road. Tight fit down to the I-85 interchange. 85 is stacked up through Brookhaven. Along the way, if you're 85 south below North Druid Hills Road, exit 89, you're going to see a crash. Several vehicles, an express bus involved, Georgia State Patrol, Hero, tow truck on the scene. They've taken out the right lane of 85 southbound at Lenox Cheshire Bridge exit 88. But the 85 delays will continue to 17th Street. 75 is bunched up southbound at Northside Drive. Worst of it on the connector is going to be northbound leaving University Avenue up past John Lewis Freedom Parkway. Want to bypass Atlanta? Let's check the I-285 ride with Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, pretty tough still for you out there on the west side, 285. As you travel northbound, trying to get yourself up right around South Cobb Drive up towards I-75. Going to find volume there. Also heavy southbound from near 75 down towards I-20. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy, hot and humid for this evening with a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms possible through the late night hours. Drying out for tomorrow morning with lows in the upper 60s to low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, breezy at times with a northwest wind gusting 20 miles per hour. Still climbing to a high of 95 for tomorrow, but slightly cooler on Sunday. Morning lows in the upper 60s, daytime highs in the low 90s. And for Monday and Tuesday of next week, afternoon highs will be in the upper 80s.
Storm tracker radar picking up some rain on Atlanta's south side at this hour. We're seeing some rain in South Fulton, also in Coweta and Fayette counties, as well as Douglas and Carroll counties. 91 in Marietta, 95 in Decatur, 92 in Locust Grove. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of this Friday edition of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now with a congratulations for Arthur Haskell of Loganville. Won 2 tickets to see AC/DC on Thursday, August 27th at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. This George Stein, what a downer. Showed him my, I got this letter that says that I have a relative that I've never met. And, she left $10 million behind, and they can't find the people to give it to. And this kind attorney gets in touch with me, and he'll split it 50-50 with me. Now, she gave 10% to charity, so we'd be splitting the 90. But showed it to George Stein, and he said, that's definitely a scam. But I will tell you this, I'm not giving up
But you Googled the lawyer and found out he's real.
I found out the
Why are
firm.
we saying he? Do we know it's a male lawyer?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, based
What
on
is
the
with your
name.
weirdness about that? Why would you think that I wouldn't?
Well, because it wasn't. You said it was from a law firm, so I
Right.
don't know
Well,
if
I'm not going
it's
to
like a
say
male
I'm not going to say the
person.
lawyer's name on the air.
I'm not asking you to. I'm just saying, did it say like it was signed by the law firm or signed by a person?
All right. It just seems odd to me lately.
It's not odd.
With this
She's not privy to our conversations before we come back from the break, where you had said that the person's name is a
Yes.
masculine
Yeah,
name.
see, I don't know.
Now,
So she just assumes that we're misogynist.
Naomi Wolf.
Yeah.
You got to read one book by Naomi Wolf.
Can you even say Naomi Wolf?
Naomi Wolf. or Gloria Steinem.
I know who Gloria Steinem is.
I know you do, but I got to know that one book was read before I could take it all seriously.
I don't need to prove anything.
No, you don't. I'm not asking you to prove anything. I'm just saying what would make me feel like, okay, this is coming from a place of deep learning. Rather than I don't know. I'll ask about whether somebody's being sexist in some moment here or there. I believe that people are either sexist or they're not. So it's an all-on thing. It's
I hate women with a passion.
See, that guy is sexist.
I absolutely hate
He believes men are.
I don't believe they belong in sports.
Yeah, well, here's the problem: is the law office could be real, the lawyer could be real, and they could be just picking up their stuff and using their names for the scam.
Why not just refer to it as that lawyer?
Because I hate men. That's why.
Knew it. And have you read a book, Mr. Reading Man?
There are waves of feminism. There's second wave. There's third wave. There's a lot of things.
Whatever. I don't care
that
about
comes
my
with
own
feminism.
Wave. It's called My Wave.
Dumb
I
wave.
did it my wave.
All right.
I've been a woman, a woman,
been
a
a
woman,
man.
a chick, a woman, a chick.
All right.
Really quick, really
Yes.
quick. I love in that Sinatra song, "Luck Be a Lady Tonight," where he's describing like what a lady is,
Mhm.
and he's like, she walks around, she
Yeah.
does this, and it's not nice.
Yeah. Her lips move really fast. No, that was Trump.
Her lips move really fast. She doesn't wear white pants.
All right, George Stein. Although he's crushed my dreams of leaving radio tomorrow.
Why'd you do that, George?
Yeah, sorry about that. I mean, I would be happy for you.
You know, if you want to go find it, I'll split it with you. You know, you can go see if this is real.
Sure. I mean, I know you didn't really question that too much when you saw that.
Oh, of course I did, but I just thought that you ought to, if I know a lawyer, a really good lawyer, and I'm going to see him the same exact afternoon, why not run it by him? I'd hate to find out 10 years from now, like, so, hey, we were looking for you all over the place, man. Yeah, now the state's got that $10 million.
We took all that cash and we burned it.
Yeah,
we were going to give it to you.
We set it on fire.
And I'll think to myself, I was just too cynical back in the mid-2020s. All right, George Stein is here to get to the legal underpinnings of current events. What stories do you have, Jared?
We talked about this story earlier.
Story?
Story
time.
Story time.
Come on,
my
kids.
southern coming out right there.
Crisscross applesauce.
We talked about this big Ponzi scheme that happened earlier this week, and a trio was sentenced in possibly the biggest Ponzi scheme in Georgia history. Maybe
First of all, can we speak to like the reportage here? It either is the biggest Ponzi scheme in Georgia history or it's not. I don't. What's that with? It could possibly be. Hey, you know what? Put in an extra hour and find out if it is. But that's my little thing.
Yeah,
But
well, they said it was 380 million, so that's on the big side.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I mean, it might have, been a little bit bigger than the last one, and so it qualifies probably.
Possibly. So this all got going in the 2020s, right? This is only like 3 or 4 or 5 years they were doing this, right?
For sure, yes.
From 2020 to 2024.
What's noteworthy is the judge was very adamant about, dishing out a strict sentence, 20 years.
Which is that like pretty much the most you can get for something like this?
Yeah, that's the maximum, under the federal sentencing guidelines for this sort of a crime. Normally what happens and what the trend had been prior to this is you get 5 or 7 years, you get penalized half the money you stole, and then when you get out, you're still rich.
Yeah, because you tucked some of it away in some Swiss bank account or something.
Exactly, either that or Liechtenstein.
Yes.
So
I hear that's harder to do now. They've changed the laws, and it's harder to. I guess the Swiss banks all cooperate now and give all your information.
Well, there's still ways around it.
Oh, sure, you just
What
can't go
about
to
that
Switzerland.
island in the Caribbean? You can put everything.
That one is
The
more
Cayman-
difficult. The
Cayman
Cayman
Islands.
is not as good as it used to be. So
Really?
I think you got to go to like Eastern Europe now to,
We'll take your money here in Belarus.
For good, we'll take it.
Yeah, you'll never see it again, unless you come to Belarus. You can have it, but you got to
may
show
have
up.
it if you come here to get it.
So this is what were the particulars on this? So how did they scam people?
Well, it was a typical Ponzi scheme. He, represented, or shall I say, misrepresented some deals that they had with some big developers with some incredible returns on your money, which was false. There was false accounting. And then it was a typical Ponzi scheme where, one person invested in it and that was used to pay off the other person, and then a new person came in.
You used the money that you got. In this situation, Didn't they get like $2 million from one person and then immediately started pretending that they started paying other people?
Yes.
And the fact that you get $2 million in, that draws more capital. It's like, well, obviously somebody knows what they're doing.
Strangely, it says here, too, that they would send out letters from mocking law firms offering money to families.
What?
And that's
helped feed
the Ponzi scheme they had going.
I don't believe that. Listen, I think that this is 100% accurate, and you are speaking to a multimillionaire. But that's just my belief. Why do people get away with Ponzi schemes like this? Are these people young? Like I would imagine that it sounds to me like it was easy to see this, to catch it, and to get a guilty.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it seems to me that it's always these smaller investment firms, the sort of the local guy who's a genius.
Yeah.
He's a savant. He makes more money than anybody else. And that's why I always say it's always good to go with, if you want to, have somebody to sue if there's something like this happening, go with the big box companies.
They've got the money.
They got the money to shell out.
Yeah, this guy immediately started buying yachts.
Yeah.
And, it's just, it really is a silly, look, if you're going to try out crime, If you've made the decision,
dabble.
If you've made the decision, you know what? I'm going to make my money in an illegal fashion. I think you have to take a few days and think to yourself, how am I going to keep this away from the authorities? Like, what will my behavior be? This guy is just running his Ponzi scheme, and immediately. So if like the investigators, George, they get wind of this and they start investigating, and immediately within 2 years of starting this whole thing that they already believe might be a Ponzi scheme, he bought a yacht, he bought a Ferrari, immediately it's like, meh.
Right.
$4.2 million condo in Cabo San Lucas.
So this guy's an idiot.
Yeah, a lot of them forget that they, probably can make arrangements to go to a non-extradition country, but he waited too long, like Portugal or a few others.
The mythology of the brilliant criminal really is that mythology. It's mostly. Every once in a while, somebody comes along that can do it, but you don't start a Ponzi scheme and immediately spend how many millions of dollars on $4 million on this and a yacht. I mean, you're just screaming to be tossed into prison.
$4.2 million on a condo, not even a house, a condo.
Yeah,
but it could have been a really cool condo.
Yeah, it better be.
What if you go? There's like Dole's one room.
I'd love for if anybody knew this guy at that time and didn't know this was going on, but you just knew the guy. I'd love to hear an open mic tell me what a jerk he was acting like while he was for those couple of years. Hey, look what I got. Hey. Spotted Mark says 285 is crowded in Clarkston.
Getting past a crash we see on the jam cam on the tight right shoulder of 285 southbound. Exit ramp to East Ponce de Leon Avenue. That's exit 40. Delays, though, out of Tucker stretch all the way back into the I-85 interchange. In fact, out of Doraville, you're going to hit the brakes 285 eastbound once you approach that I-85 on-ramp. 285 on the west side, off and on slowing between Smyrna and the West Freeway I-20. Delays on I-85 starting to pick up in Fairburn, approaching the Sonoy Road exit, Highway 92, and 75 is loosened up just a bit. Gonna still see some brake lights, though. 75 northbound leaving McDonough at Highway 155. Watching a crash rolling into Midtown, Stephanie Stallworth.
They've been working this crash. Several vehicles and an express bus now out of the travel portion of the roadway, but delay damage done 400 south of 85 south as you approach beyond that. Busy on your ride into Midtown and down towards I-20. Update sponsored by Whole Foods Market. Save on snack time favorites at Whole Foods Market. Prime members get 30% off select Stonyfield organic yogurt, drinkables, and kids pouches and tubes through September 1st. While supplies last, shop in store or online. Terms apply. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDeal.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Get your medical questions answered with the Doctors on Call, presented by Northside Hospital.
This Sunday, we'll be joined by Dr. L. Crane Garrow, an oncology specialist who will take your calls while discussing prostate cancer.
Tune in this Sunday at 8 a.m. for the Doctors on Call, presented by Northside Hospital on 95.5 WSB.
Jane is a small business owner. Tell them what that's like, Jane.
Yeah, well, it's like a roller coaster with a lot of ups and downs, and some days things can feel like they're flying off the rails.
Yep, it's a lot. But the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business can help you manage it all. With the largest, fastest fiber-powered network designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect.
Nice. So everything stays on track.
The Total Solutions Advantage. No one does business like Comcast Business.
The more solutions you add, the more you save. Get started today with a qualifying internet package for as low as $60 a month when you add an advanced solution. Plus, new customers, ask how to get up to $1,500 in prepaid cards when you add 2 lines of mobile to a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and automatic payments with bank account required. $60 offer requires 300 meg internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. Equipment, tax, and fees extra. Prepaid card offers end 9/13/2026.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs, pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation, with the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you, with personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute, built to beat cancer.
Coolray is celebrating 60 years of bringing home comfort to Atlanta, and they're making this month unforgettable. Right now, you can upgrade your home comfort with a new Carrier cooling system starting at just $60 a month. The Georgia heat is here, and if your AC struggled last summer or you're worried about rising repair costs, now is the time to replace. For 60 years, Atlanta homeowners have trusted Coolray to keep their homes comfortable. To set an appointment today, simply go to Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
This kitchen is insane. New counters, new floors. Who did this?
My house.
Your house did your kitchen?
Yep. I used a HomeTap home equity investment to get cash from the equity I already had, with no monthly payments or impact on my mortgage rate.
So your home paid for itself. That's genius.
Huh. I guess I am a genius.
All right. Easy there.
HomeTap lets you turn your home equity into cash with no monthly payments. It's your home. Tap into it. See how much you could get at HomeTap.com.
The wait is over. AC/DC's back live. Power Up Tour, August 27th. Mercedes-Benz Stadium with the Pretty Reckless. Don't wait. Buy your ticket right now. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. August 27th, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Don't miss AC/DC.
Oh, yeah! When you're injured on the job, you need more than just a workers' comp lawyer. When you need a fighter, you need us. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. For the people. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hi, I'm Jacob, your friend and an actual jeweler craftsman at Shane Company. I'm proud to work for a family business that's been committed to the highest quality standards for nearly 100 years. Your dream engagement ring is designed for quality every step of the way. We set your diamond by hand, not with machines. Prong tips are beautiful and secure, and intricate details are thoughtfully crafted. At Shane Company, there's no shortcuts, just craftsmanship. Because a friend knows true love deserves the highest quality. Visit us in store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Hi, I'm Chuck Gamble, Service Manager of Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. I make sure you get complete transparency every time you get your Lexus service at Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Come and visit us today and see for yourself, or give us a call at 800-NEW-LEXUS.
George Stein, let people know how they can get more George Stein.
Yes, in your time of need, if you want a battle-tested lawyer, we focus on 2 things. Been arrested for a DUI and want a great defense, go to georgestein.com. Been in a motorcycle accident, if somebody's caused you to lay your bike down, go to steelhorselaw.com.
Also, he's more than willing to let you know that you're not a multimillionaire. If you need someone to come along, he's the guy to let you know.
He'll tell you the baby's ugly.
He'll tell you the baby's not a multimillionaire. I can tell you that.
The bubble burster.
The bubble burster. Come see the bubble burster. All right. The Tupac Shakur trial. Where are we? This is an insane thing to me, George Stein.
Well,
so this guy looks like he's guilty because he's basically confessed to everything in memoirs and podcasts.
Interviews. Yes,
Interviews, yeah.
Later on. And he even had a prior interview with the authorities under the guise of it being confidential.
Now, I didn't know. So this is back in 2008, and there's some other trial going on. I think it was, I can't remember. It was something to do with Biggie's murder. And they bring this guy, Keefe D. Is that his name? Keefe D? Keefe D. Mr. Davis now. He's 63.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Keefe D. Yeah.
What?
And And so they start talking about that case, and because it was called a proffer session, and so the idea was there's immunity here for anything you say, and he basically laid out everything that happened in the car that night back in 2008.
He said that his nephew, Baby Lane Anderson, fired the shots that killed Tupac.
Yeah.
Right.
And everything that happened in the car.
Right. Until then, they had no information on it, and they were trying to get some,
But they've had to sit on this
more details, and so they basically gave him immunity and said it doesn't leave this room. That was what was said.
What good does that do?
Well, it opens the door so they can get some other co-conspirators.
Right.
Before they had nothing. And then later on, he did his memoirs and some interviews, and he violated the confidentiality
It nullified
of his own case.
It nullified the fact that the cops knew exactly what happened because he told them, and they couldn't use it. And all he had to do was keep his mouth shut, and he'd be walking around doing whatever the hell he wanted to do today.
Right, but he didn't.
That's insane.
So there's no statute of limitations on murder.
As there shouldn't be.
And he's a co-conspirator, so he's equally, culpable.
Well, he's kind of the big guy, the big shot in this. If you look at the whole thing, earlier in the evening, it was the night of the Tyson fight in Vegas, and earlier in the evening, Tupac's people or Biggie's people, I don't know, it's all confusing. But they basically, from their gang, they beat up some member of this guy's gang.
Yes.
And Keith D, Mr. Davis, was the leader of that gang, and he decided, well, they're not going to get away with that. So then they drive up, and they're on the wrong side. So the guy who's supposed to shoot is on the wrong side. So he hands the gun to
Baby Lane, his nephew.
No. The first person he hands the gun to gets cold feet.
Right.
Can't do it. And then Anderson takes the gun, give it to me, and he shoots. I think they might have been trying to kill Suge. I don't think it's from what I see. It's like when they drove away, they thought that it was Suge that was hit. I don't know.
Big Dre was the one, by the way, that refused.
Yeah, Big Dre refused, and this guy Anderson is dead now.
Yes.
But Davis was the head of the gang who said, you don't get away with that, and we're going to do something about it, and he was in the car orchestrating it, so he's on the hook, right?
Exactly. He'll probably get convicted because there's just too much damning evidence, and it's not suppressible.
And it was given by him. This is amazing. It really is. I guess when you're part of that was a big historical moment, right? A tragic one, but a moment that people keep talking about because people love Tupac.
Yeah.
And I guess he just couldn't not be famous.
That's right.
He just couldn't take it. He's like, hey, I was in that car.
Of course, it's his contention now that his memoirs were fiction.
Well, of course. As, by the way, is everything that I talk about on this show. Just get ahead of that.
Covering your bases.
Cover my bases. George Stein, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, not for the whole I'm not a millionaire thing, but everything else, thank you.
Okay.
Bubble bursting George.
That's right. Have a great week, man. Smiling Mark says 575 is heavy into Woodstock. You mean the traffic is a lot of traffic is what you mean?
Yeah, very.
You don't mean it needs to lose a little weight. You
No,
mean
I
it's-
wouldn't.
Okay.
I would not put that on that community at all.
No, because I would frown, and I'm not going to do that when I'm talking to Smiling Mark.
Exactly right, Eric. 575 is crowding. The crowd is gathering on 575 at Bells Ferry Road, trying to get past Highway 92 where the express lane dumps out and everybody gets on those two lanes headed north into Woodstock at Highway 92 exit 7. That's the worst of it really on 575. 75's in pretty good shape for a Friday afternoon. Still going to see brake lights though. South Loop working up toward Highway 5. 400, the worst of it that we've seen so far has been in Sandy Springs trying to get past the North Springs MARTA station. How's I-85 pointed north, Stephanie Stallworth?
Getting really busy out here on our Friday, heading northbound on 85, leaving 285 up towards 316, typical stuff. Then really it's busy as well as you head up towards 317 towards the 985 split. Update brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Reliable Heating and Air reminds you that if your AC is running longer but your home's still not comfortable, don't ignore it. Visit reliableair.com. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter for Superior Plumbing. Your time is very valuable, and Superior Plumbing knows this, so they won't have you waiting all day for an appointment. Superior Plumbing arrives on time, they explain a solution to the problem, give you a fair and reasonable quote, and the job is done professionally and with certainty. They're the experts, so do what I did when I needed a plumber. Book your appointment at SuperiorPlumbing.com.
Superior, the honest one. 770-4222 Plum.
Something big is coming. On September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals and an all-day celebration built for sports fans. The countdown has begun and all roads lead to Game Day. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states, from Texas to California to Florida to right here in Georgia. Every fan is in on the excitement. One app, every sport, all 50 states. DraftKings Game Day is yours. Remember the date, September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. New DraftKings customers sign up with code ATLANTA-TALK. Spend $5 to get $150 in rewards within 14 days. That's code ATLANTA-TALK. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim, issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends August 23rd. Terms dkng.co/predictions promo. Nationwide based on sportsbook predictions and free-to-play sports contest availability. Varies by state.
Linda Beaver here. Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. That's why at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, only the best vehicles earn a place on our front line. Each one is carefully selected and inspected. Quality isn't negotiable. One property, 2 trusted brands, over 700 pre-owned vehicles. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car. We have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by A1 Garage Door Service. Our top local story with a number of law enforcement agencies reporting misuse of license plate reading cameras. One Metro Atlanta department is making some changes proactively.
The Cobb County Sheriff's Office recently launched a review of its policies and procedures around the use of flock cameras. Assistant Chief Gina Hawkins says in addition to limiting access to only 50 personnel, they're now doing regular quarterly audits, and they've created a uniform training for logging use of the system.
We are always constantly evaluating our practices because that's our responsibility to the community. That's our responsibility to make sure the community continue to trust us.
No cases of misuse have been reported at the agency. In Cobb County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
89 degrees in Atlanta. We are tracking a few showers right now to the west of Atlanta, also south of Atlanta at this hour. Will there be any storms this weekend? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A woman's AirPods helped Forsyth County investigators find her stolen car. She left the vehicle running when she went in to drop her child off at daycare, and when she returned, the car was gone.
So they were able to track the location of the car through the AirPods.
Stacy Miller with the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office says a nearby Tesla also captured clear images of the suspect. Deputies tracked the stolen car to a local subdivision where the suspect ditched it and ran. He was eventually caught and arrested. The woman has her car back. A debate in Gwinnett County over accommodations for Muslim students. Tori Branham, a resident of Dublin, speaks for parents who are upset.
When parents are afraid to stand at this microphone, I will.
Gwinnett County parent Antoine Lovelace says it's important everyone feels safe.
Our diversity isn't something that just exists in a demographic report. It is our neighbors. It is our children's classmates. It is our teachers. It is our leaders. It is our families.
During the meeting, School Board Chair Therese Johnson Morgan says they are committed to making sure all students and teachers can be successful and thrive. Following the death of an infant, a teen mother is now behind bars in Cherokee County.
After Canton police detectives interviewed the 18-year-old mom, she's now facing several charges, including second-degree murder. Officers were called to the home on Cartersville Street earlier this month and initially arrested the boyfriend of Devorah Diaz Perez, charging him with murder and cruelty to children. The 2-year-old was unresponsive when officers arrived and was later pronounced dead at the hospital. Both suspects are now being held without bond. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
For the second time in 24 hours, police respond to a shooting at the same Southwest Atlanta address, and this time it's deadly.
Officers responding to the call at an apartment complex at 369 McDaniel Street found a man dead inside a vehicle at that address, and detectives are trying to determine whether there is any connection to a shooting the night before. In that instance, investigators recovered multiple shell casings as evidence, and they say despite bullet holes being found in several apartment units and 4 parked cars, there were no injuries. Police have not identified any suspects or motive in either incident. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
Several chickens, ducks, and a cat are rescued from a burning home in northwest Atlanta. Fire crews say when they arrived to the home on North Avenue, heavy flames were coming from the front and right side of the home, and there were significant fire conditions in the attic. The homeowner told firefighters the cats were playing and knocked over a heater, which landed on some books and caught on fire. The resident and a child are get out safely. Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts rules construction of President Trump's White House ballroom project can move forward. Correspondent Stephen Portnoy reports the decision comes after an appeals court blocked construction because it was not approved by Congress.
The Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts not explaining why he's put this stay in place, but he has essentially pressed the pause button on that appellate decision and the lower court decision beneath it, so construction can continue for now.
The Atlanta-based CDC issues a safety alert concerning a multi-state outbreak of salmonella and E. coli linked to alfalfa sprouts. 55 people in 15 states have gotten sick and ended up in the hospital. So far, no cases here in Georgia. It is 5:34, time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Smile and Mark McKay.
And plenty of company if you're leaving Buckhead, trying to head south into Midtown, downtown Atlanta. 400 delays begin before Lenox Road. Tight fit down to the I-85 interchange. Rolling in from Brookhaven, Georgia State Patrol working your crash right shoulder. 85 southbound at Lenox Cheshire Bridge, exit 88. The delays at North Druid Hills Road will continue down to 17th Street. That's slowing 75 in northwest Atlanta, heading into the city at Moores Mill Road. Tight fit down to about 10th Street. Then you start to open up past Georgia Tech on the connector southbound heading to the airport. Away from Hartsfield this afternoon, not so bad. Connector northbound, spotty delays from University Avenue, trying to get up past John Lewis Freedom Parkway. Watching I-20 near the mall at Stonecrest is Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, 3 delay begins heading inbound, 20 headed westbound right around Turner Hill Road, where you're going to slow down, take it all the way to the ramp to 285 and to the Wesley Chapel interchange. Otherwise, did have some good news for you. The crash cleared on Covington Highway, Lithonia Industrial Boulevard. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDeal.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy, hot and humid for this evening with a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms possible through the late night hours. Drying out for tomorrow morning with lows in the upper 60s to low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, breezy at times with the northwest wind gusting 20 miles per hour. Still climbing to a high of 95 for tomorrow, but slightly cooler on Sunday. Morning lows in the upper 60s, daytime highs in the low 90s. And for Monday and Tuesday of next week, afternoon highs will be in the upper 80s.
Storm tracker radar showing some rain right now in Douglas County, also South Fulton, and we're seeing some rain on the south side of Atlanta as well. It is 86 in Alpharetta, 87 in Vinings, 92 in Stockbridge. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Heavy rains and storms recently dumped a lot of water on Atlanta area homes in a very short time. Quite a stress test for your roof, and another reminder that your roof is the first line of defense to keep water out and protect everything you own and love. Hey, it's Dave Baker for Findlay Roofing, the roof guys, and the only roofer I trust. A few hours of severe downpours can expose leaks from years of wear and tear. After storms like this, think of Findlay first. They've replaced over 65,000 roofs locally with high-quality work, upfront pricing, and exceptional service. Findlay makes it easy with 0% financing and roof replacement starting at just $139 per month. So if our recent storms have led to water inside your home, or if you just want peace of mind, get started with your free roof analysis at FindlayRoofing.com.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Steel Horse Law are 100% local. Get your free Rider's Advantage card at steelhorselaw.com.
This is Greg Trzynski from the Original Mattress Factory. Parents, before you buy your student's mattress online, consider this. At OMF, we offer the same convenience, but with major advantages. You can actually try our mattresses before buying, crucial for your student's comfort. You'll know exactly where your mattress comes from, right here in our local factory. By supporting the Original Mattress Factory, you're investing in our community. And here's the kicker. You'll pay less than you would online. Quality sleep, local support, and better prices. OriginalMattress.com.
Times are tough. I know you would say that's fake news, but times are tough for people.
It is.
People are having an affordability problem.
I don't know that word. What are you talking about?
Made up?
It's not a popular word. It's made up? Yeah, it's made up by the fake news and fake radio.
But I don't want this to be political at all. This is for everybody listening. Times are a little tough, and we're here to help. Starting next week, WSB has 5 chances per day for you to win $1,000 for groceries. It's WSB's A Grand for Groceries. See what we did there? And you can find more info on WSBradio.com or the WSB Radio app. So we're going to take the weekend off, but starting on Monday, you have A Grand for Groceries. Who doesn't want $1,000 to spend on groceries? If you don't want that, then this is not for you.
Well, I can get beef finally.
Yeah, if you'll be able to afford, what do you think you'll be able to afford? Just so we can say it once today.
Well, maybe I could buy more sawdust to put in my
there
bread.
you go. Well, exactly.
I want to buy eggs.
Thank you, George, for following my lead. I appreciate
Eggs
that.
are cheap. Eggs are cheap.
Eggs. I just wanted to say the word eggs on our show.
We've done it. We've hit it, guys. 5 days this week. We've talked about eggs.
You know
Bravo.
what, guys?
I had to scramble
I
to
have a
remember
problem.
that. Sorry, Autumn.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Tim, for interrupting you.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Nobody's ever sorry for interrupting me.
No, we're not.
What?
It's almost as if people are getting back at me.
What?
You know, it's almost as if I've known people for a very long time, and over the years, they've kind of built up these little complaints inside and have decided to, this is how I'll do it. I'll sabotage his show.
Well, now that you're rich, we know you're going to retire.
Yeah. Well, no, apparently I'm not a multi-millionaire.
No, we figured that out, right?
Yeah, and then also AI told me that I'm not related to this doctor that I found this doctor in San Francisco. That's very successful doctor with my last name. And I looked at the eyes and I was like, I don't know. It just seems like somebody that might be in my family. Kind of matches my eyes. And I went to AI and I asked if the host of the Von Hessler Doctrine was related to this doctor in San Francisco. I said, no, you're not. The spelling of the last name, although rare, is just a coincidence.
How would it know?
Well,
you
know what I
need to
did?
spit in a tube and send your spit to where they take the tube.
I do that.
It knew it knew about me and said, no, the host on Atlanta radio, he was raised in Western New York. She was raised somewhere else. The lineage is different. And so then I'll go to AI and just think, okay, what does AI, if I ask AI the prompt, provide more details about Eric Von Hessler's radio career timeline. I got to tell you, I know it took a lot of electricity and water, but they got it pretty well right. I was
that's good.
a little bit surprised.
Worth it to deplete our resources.
Absolutely. Eric Von Hessler has been a major pillar, I like that,
What?
of Atlanta radio for over 25 years. Known for his open-minded libertarian viewpoint and satirical commentary, his career evolved from early top 40 production to a dominant rock radio pairing and eventually into a flagship daily talk radio host. That's pretty much correct. Now, this part does sting, even though it gets sometimes things get a little too correct.
His father, a con man, left him early.
Deep scars. Early career and origins. The beginning. After an initial stint attempting stand-up comedy in the 1980s, Von Hessler entered radio by producing a top 40 morning show in Western New York in the early 1990s. That's absolutely correct, but I got to say AI, a little harsh attempting stand-up comedy. Like, I can't say it's wrong, but it hurts to read AI. I thought AI always tried to make you feel, it doesn't, it assumes this, I'm a third party.
Yes.
So it doesn't need to try to make me feel
You have
good
to tell
inside.
it. You was a budding
Yeah,
stand-up comedian before he changed careers.
Yeah, who says I attempted it and failed and then decided to go into radio, which is exactly the truth. But I don't know why AI needs to be spreading that around. It doesn't make me feel
Radio's
good.
harder
Than
than stand-up comedy? Yeah.
I don't know that anything's harder than stand-up comedy.
I'm just
I have to be
nice.
honest with you. Oh, well, I thought
What are you, my wife?
No, I don't. I think people might think that radio is harder. Radio is harder than people think it is.
I know.
It's,
But stand-up comedy, very difficult.
Stand-up comedy is tough because it's just you. Let's say you've got a band and it's a rough crowd and you got a rock band. You know what? Turn up the amps, play
covers.
You're with your buds, whatever. You can get through it. As long as nothing is thrown at you, you can get through it. Man, when an audience doesn't like you and you're a stand-up and you're supposed to do 20 minutes or you're not going to get paid, and within the first 30 seconds to 2 minutes, you get that this audience and you are not vibing, I don't know that there's a lonelier place in the world. It's just you, a microphone, and a spotlight.
And you got to keep going.
You got to keep going, and you have to. It's one of these things where if you go to a concert, sometimes I get annoyed. If people don't like the opening band, let's say the band they went to see is just very well known and loved.
They brought their dog out.
And they brought their dog out like that. and then there's an opening act and nobody really knows the opening act, and maybe the opening act's not vibing with the crowd. I've been at these shows where the crowd just gets really like, just leave the stage. Like, why do you keep annoying us? We don't like you. Just leave. There's two things there. One, the act that you came to see, they know when they're going to hit the stage. It has nothing to do with the opening act. If the opening act leaves early, the band that you came to see doesn't hit the stage quicker. Secondly, the opening act is not going to get paid. They have a slot to fill. It's 30 minutes, it's 40 minutes, whatever it is. So if you're wondering, why do they keep going on when it's been obvious for the last 20 minutes that everyone in this crowd hates this band, it's because they're not going to get paid if they don't do their job, and their job is to fill 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever it is. And I get annoyed with crowds. It's like, hey, the Neville Brothers aren't coming on earlier if this band gets off stage. So just relax. You came to see the Neville Brothers. They know what time they're coming on, and that's when they're going to come on. That's the one that stands out for me years ago. The opening band was that band who had a moment. There was a boy who...
Yeah.
Oh, Crash Test Dummies.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah. And they were having a moment, but I don't know who decided, hey, a Neville Brothers crowd would love to have this band open.
I would have been booing. Boring band.
But I remember sitting there thinking to myself, does the crowd think if they leave now, the Neville Brothers will rush the stage and the show will suddenly start?
Yes.
Just go get a Coke or a beer or something, come back.
You know what's another weird one is when everybody comes for the opening band.
Yes.
And then
that's a tough one.
That's what happened. I went up to Chastain and I saw the Fray and Dashboard Confessional play. And I mean, the Fray, I didn't realize their lead singer left the band. So they started singing the hits, and I mean, it was bad.
Yeah.
Like bad. They were the closer. So people went and saw Dashboard Confessional, loved the show, and then, I kid you not, 3 songs into the Fray, you looked over the exits of Chastain, and people were just flooding towards the exits.
That's gotta hurt. What is the? Why am I blanking on the? Who opened up for the Flaming Lips when I saw him at
Modest Mouse?
Modest Mouse. I believe that was an interesting night because just talking to people on the line outside and stuff, I believe because it was a co-headlining, but I believe most people came that night to see Modest Mouse.
Oh yeah, Modest Mouse was huge, huge growing up.
Right, but I saw the Flaming Lips as they do live just win the entire crowd. I'm not saying that all of a sudden they walked out thinking, but it could, for a lot of bands following, it could have been very, very rough. But because I could tell, I talked to 2 or 3 people in line who had never heard a Flaming Lips song. I thought, well, this could be interesting. They're here for one band, but I could see it in the whole crowd, but you could feel it, like the whole crowd also going, I don't know any of these songs, but I'm enjoying the hell out of myself. Smiling Mark says the rain is slowing. 285 near the airport.
It's the splash and dash variety, Eric. It's a rain shower that passed through just south of Hartsfield, dousing I-285, putting a lot of water on 285 east and westbound between I-75 and Riverdale Road. So slow the speeds. Don't want you to get caught up in any standing water issues down there. No rain rolling out of Doraville through Tucker down to Clarkston, but a whole lot of slow traffic on 285 east and southbound starting at Buford Highway. Pretty heavy to clear the Stone Mountain Freeway, Highway 78. Rain also impacting the ride rolling toward Union City. Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, it's definitely affecting the folks and slowing you down as you should in the heavier downpours on the 85 ride on the south side between Union City and 285. 75 mainly dry pavement so far. Rain arrives in your areas and slow things down for you as well. Still heavy and slow on the ride through McDonough. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDeal.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Tomorrow on the Nightcap with Jared Yamamoto. Every day we hear stories about rising prices impacting your life in a negative way. I have found another hack to potentially help you save a little money. I'll share my hack with you and cover the latest news of the night, Saturday night from 11 to midnight on the Nightcap with Jared Yamamoto.
Georgia's growing fast. That includes more large energy users like data centers choosing to do business here. The good news, Georgia Power says residential customers won't pay more because of it. Large load customers are required to fully fund the infrastructure needed to serve them, helping protect homeowners and small businesses from added costs. In fact, Georgia Power has frozen base rates through 2028, and beginning 2029, the typical residential customer could see annual savings in their bill averaging more than $100. Learn more at georgiapower.com/data centers.
The idea of new floors sounds exciting. Until you think about the mess, the moving, and your home being turned upside down. Don't worry about it. Peach State Hardwood takes all the stress and mess out of the process. With clear upfront pricing, delivery and installation by their in-house team, even moving and protecting your furniture. And when it's all done, your home is left spotless. No stress, no surprises, just a home that feels brand new. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at peachstatehardwood.com. Peach State Hardwood. Hardwood without the hassle.
Most home sellers get an offer and immediately face a decision. Do I take it or do I reject it? Here's another idea. How about we find out what else is out there first? Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. With Orchard Offers, you don't have to settle for one cash offer. Your Orchard agent submits your home to an exclusive network of hundreds of local cash buyers and lets them compete for your home. Multiple serious buyers, multiple cash offers, all laid out side by side so you can compare them and choose the one that works best for you. No guessing whether you could have gotten more, no wondering if you left thousands on the table. And there's no need for repairs, showings, or a long, drawn-out selling process. So don't accept an offer until you know what your options are. Get your free home valuation and see your offers today with Orchard Offers at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
Georgia families work hard for their paychecks, and Congressman Mike Collins is there to help us keep more of it. Congressman Collins supported the working families tax cuts, stopping a massive tax increase before it hit household budgets. He voted to end federal taxes on tips and overtime, so servers, nurses, and the working men and women of Georgia keep more money in their pockets. Real relief where it matters most. Learn more about Congressman Collins' legislative work at collins.house.gov. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
You've probably gotten really good at working around your non-stop joint pain. That's what multitasking women like you do, right? When your knees and hips scream, you shift your weight when you're standing too long, skip workouts on really bad days when your shoulder's stiff, and there's no way you're kneeling down. You might not get back up. Hey, it's Mark Arum. Maybe your doctor's told you it's pain from arthritis. You're going to need surgery. Before you make that decision, get a second opinion from QC Kinetics because there's no undo button from surgery. especially a replacement. QC Kinetics works with busy women like you to keep you going while the regenerative treatments go to work, relieving that joint pain. No scalpel and long recovery, just your body's natural healing process that may help some patients totally avoid surgery. That's exactly why women like you have turned to QC Kinetics here in Atlanta, so they continue to get better when life goes on. The consultation, conversation free. Call now, 770-285-8026, 770-285-8026.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Latest update on Natalie Harp. It's amazing. You know, John Ossoff drops her first name in one line. I've known about her for a long time. One line, and now it's become the biggest story. And he didn't even say her last name. He just said her first name. And now it's the biggest story going in politics, Mr. Ossoff.
That is correct.
Yeah, okay. You got anything more to add to that?
No.
Does Natalie Harp bother you being in the administration?
Does she have security clearance?
Well, here, this is the latest. Now, I found out about this a couple days ago.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ossoff.
He's been making
You're
all of his
welcome.
TV rounds. I saw him on CNN, MS Now. I haven't seen him on Fox yet, but I've definitely seen him
Says
making
he's
rounds.
not running
Talk about
for-
pecans.
Oh, no, that's what you do on WSB.
Okay.
You're relatable.
Are you relatable?
I think so.
Oh, good. Thank you, Mr. Ossoff.
You're welcome.
So this is wild. This Natalie Harp was in the White House for a full year before she submitted to a background security check. And they were trying to do it from the very beginning, and she kept putting it off and putting it off. And finally, my understanding is Trump had to tell her, look, you have to, you got to do this.
You got to do it, or you got to go.
And then she finally did it for 1 year.
Whatever you say, sir.
Oh my goodness! Have you heard the longer versions of these letters?
No.
I read it earlier today.
Oh, what'd she
Wild.
say?
Oh, I don't want to ruin it by having to go through. Just like I just read it once, but there's something. I don't mean something in the sense of an affair. I'm not talking about that. As I was reading these, I said to myself, it's almost one of those things where I don't make a lot of jokes about Britney Spears.
Oh, right.
Because I know for a fact that she has a clinical mental health issue, and I just don't feel like, that's a thing to reading these letters. I think there's something clinical going on here. That's my, and I say that in a way that made me say, as I was reading them, going, maybe not so much on the jokes on this, because I think this is a person who has got some clinical stuff going on upstairs. These things read like letters from characters in a Jane Austen novel.
You know how
I love her anyway. I don't care.
You know how you boomers like to do the voice to text stuff? Kind of remind just how lengthy the letter is too.
They're amazingly long. I never want to let you down, and I'm sorry. And then she goes into, but I've been having, and I know that I need to be the person that you need. It is the submissiveness is off the charts for two people who aren't related.
I love it.
Smiler Mark says it's difficult getting into downtown.
Especially out of Buckhead, Brookhaven, and Northwest Atlanta. Eric, 400 delays still in place. Heavy from Lennox Road down to the I-85 merge. 85 slowing at North Druid Hills. Now seeing slowing 75 just south of West Paces Ferry. It is the worst of it, the southbound side of the connector passing Georgia Tech. Then you're in good shape into the heart of the city. Not so good into and out of Canton. Looks like a southbound crash 575 before Holly Springs Parkway exit 14, causing northbound delays out of Holly Springs. With the goods on Gwinnett County and Stephanie Stolwer.
Yeah, it's 85 northbound delays. They're leaving Norcross a little spotty there, then heaviest as you head past 316 out towards Suwannee. Traffic brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdeal.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hi, I'm Kevin Deutsch, co-host of the Car Guys radio show and general manager of Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Every Saturday, we share insider industry information so you can walk into a dealership informed and empowered. And when you're ready to experience that transparency in action, I invite you to visit us at Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. My team is committed to delivering luxury, clarity, and respect every single day. Butler Lexus of South Atlanta, the standard of amazing.
With good health comes a happy life, but finding free, trustworthy medical advice can be challenging. Good news for you, WSB and the medical professionals at Northside Hospital are here to help. Tune in this Sunday at 8 a.m. for Doctors on Call, presented by Northside Hospital, a weekly show dedicated to helping you live a healthier and happier life. This week, we'll be joined by Dr. L. Crane-Garreau of Georgia Cancer Specialists, and we'll be taking your calls to discuss prostate, bladder, and testicular cancer. Sunday at 8 a.m. on 95.5 WSB.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 25% upfront bonus? And are they promising you up to 9% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait, only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They aren't. That's up to $25,000 upfront or up to $9,000 per year on $100,000, guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states has Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, a feisty debate about accommodations for Muslims in Gwinnett County schools.
Georgia's most diverse county is home to the state's largest school district, and parents like Antoine Lovelace tell board members embracing that diversity is a good thing.
I want our educators to know that there are parents who see you, appreciate you, and welcome you.
But Tori Branham, a resident of Dublin, says she's advocating for parents who are concerned that the district is going too far to accommodate Muslim students and staff.
Parents deserve to know where Gwinnett draws the line and whether every religion is treated equally.
Board Chair Therese Johnson Morgan praised the district's courageous advocacy for every group in the community. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
88 degrees in Atlanta. Few rain showers on Atlanta's south side at this hour. What are the weekend rain chances, and which day could be a tad cooler? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. This is new at 6 o'clock. A much-needed hospital is coming to Atlanta's south side. Morehouse School of Medicine and Atrium Health are investing $700 million into a new hospital on Metropolitan Parkway. It's an area lacking a nearby hospital since the closure of Atlanta Medical Center in 2022. The city of Atlanta is also expected to invest more than $115 million into the project. The hospital will start off with 50 beds and plans to increase to over 700 in the future. No word on when the hospital will open. Technology leads Forsyth County deputies right to a stolen car and a suspect.
The victim was dropping off her child at daycare, leaving her car running for 30 seconds when someone jumped in and drove off. Forsyth County Sheriff spokesperson Stacey Miller says what Donald Murray didn't know is they could track the vehicle through some AirPods left inside the car, and a Tesla parked nearby caught the whole thing on video. Murray abandoned the car but left a trail.
He had taken things out of her car and dropped them along the way as he was going, like the AirPods and her wallet.
Miller says to always turn your car off and remember to take the keys. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
The Cobb County Sheriff's Office updates its guidance on the use of license plate reading cameras. Assistant Chief Gina Hawkins says after their review, they found many people had access to the Flock system that didn't need it.
Because we're going to have only 50 people who are able, in our whole organization, able to access this particular software.
Previously, they had twice yearly audits. Now they'll conduct them every quarter. Unlike some other agencies in Metro Atlanta, the Cobb Sheriff's Office has not reported any cases of Flock misuse. Animals may be to blame for starting a house fire in northwest Atlanta.
A turtle and a pair of cats are believed to be at the center of a fire which destroyed a home on the 600 block of North Avenue. The homeowner tells Atlanta Fire Rescue cats playing near a terrarium knocked the turtle's heater onto some books, igniting a fire with heavy flames which spread to the attic. She was able to rescue herself and her 5-year-old. Atlanta firefighters rescued one cat and about a dozen chickens and ducks in the backyard. All this as firefighters doused the blaze and moved to slow and stop its spread to a house next door. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
We're learning more today about a stabbing at a Cherokee County Chick-fil-A involving a mother and daughter. The Sheriff's Office says 21-year-old Shania Johnson of Wisconsin stabbed her 39-year-old mother at least 10 times. Following an argument, Johnson is charged with aggravated assault. Her mother is now out of the hospital. A WSB scam alert today involves used cars.
It's called VIN cloning. That's when criminals copy the vehicle identification number or VIN number from a legitimate car, and then they place it on a stolen or damaged vehicle. The practice can make a car appear clean on paper, even if it has a hidden history. Law enforcement around the country saying they're seeing more of this happening right now. So when buying a used vehicle, you're urged to compare your VIN number in multiple locations on a vehicle and then check its history before making a purchase. They also say deals that seem too good to be true often are. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
It's now 6:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Smile and Mark McKay.
Really running behind, trying to get into the weekend out of Holly Springs and Canton with big delays both directions of I-575. Looks like there's a crash right north of the Holly Springs Road exit. That's exit 14. Could be on the southbound side, but impacting certainly both north and southbound 575 between Holly Springs and Canton. Northbound delays begin right now at 6's Road, and southbound is jammed as you leave Highway 140, Knoxbridge Highway. So the two options for you to try to get into and out of Canton is our Main Street that runs east of I-575, or work your way over to Bells Ferry Road. 75 just is not in good shape between Holly Springs and Canton until that crash clears. The delays in Marietta are slow, just north of Highway, just south of Highway 5 as you roll north toward the 575 split. West side perimeter is crowded, leaving Hollowell Parkway down to I-20, and crowded on the east side of I-285 as well. Stephanie Stalwart.
Yeah, up to this newer issue, northbound on 285, right at the Indian Creek MARTA station. Expecting the left side has you on the brakes leaving I-20 Interloop east and south 285 busy out of Doraville getting down to Covington Highway and to I-20. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDeal.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy, hot and humid for this evening with a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms possible through the late night hours, drying out for tomorrow morning with lows in the upper 60s to low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, breezy at times with the northwest wind gusting 20 miles per hour. Still climbing to a high of 95 for tomorrow, but slightly cooler on Sunday. Morning lows in the upper 60s, daytime highs in the low 90s. And for Monday and Tuesday of next week, afternoon highs will be in the upper 80s.
And Storm Tracker radar showing a few scattered rain showers around Metro Atlanta at this hour. The heaviest rain right now is to the south of Atlanta. It is 83 in Fayetteville and 87 in Sandy Springs, 89 in Canton. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Correctamundo, Caiaccio. Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I believe Greg Rush joins us.
Yes.
There he is. All right, let's get. I'm going to do a little bit of reading here. So I apologize, Greg, to bring you on and read to you, but
That's fine. I'll pretend I'm in bed.
Yes,
laying down.
that's right.
Head on my pillow.
Turn on the rain machine
Pajamas on.
for your tinnitus.
Send me the sleep land.
Do you have tinnitus?
I do not.
Oh gosh, what a life that must be. Anybody? Am I the only one here on this?
I don't have it.
George, you have it. You're only able to hear in one ear.
Correct.
So yours must be like only half as bad as mine.
It's mono.
It's mono. He's got mono tinnitus. This one. Autumn, any tinnitus?
No.
How dare you?
My bad.
It's just something. One day I just said to myself, one of two things: you're going to let this drive you crazy, or you're just going to forget it and know that it's there. And then I chose the second one. And the only time it bothers me so much is when I'm going to sleep, so I just turn on the rain machine. Anyway, a little tip for you. A little rain. But you need the rain that's like hitting like the tin roof. You need that kind of sound. Not just like doesn't do it.
Greg's apartment kind of rain.
Is it raining there now?
Not today.
It's not right now, but when I was on the show once and it was pouring.
That's
and
right.
You guys could hear it.
That's what you need. You need to go out and blast some music in your ears so that you can get some tinnitus and understand how good your apartment is for somebody with tinnitus. Anyway, so these letters from Natalie Harp to Donald Trump. When I first was exposed to these, now these letters are from I think 23 or 24 during the campaign. He took her on a trip to Scotland. He has a club there, and I guess she's of Scottish descent, and she'd never been to Scotland. She's got a thing going on with her father, who recently passed away. Showed up in 2 of these that I've read already. So kind of the idea of my father always wanted me to go back and see, so thank you for that. But when I first saw these last night, immediately I'm thinking about the jokes, like, okay, well, we'll have Autumn read them in a very Jane Austen, kind of way. We'll have music behind it. As I got deeper into these things, though, my humanity started to kind of like
felt too sad.
Yeah. I think that there's possibly something clinical going on here. And in those situations, I use the von Hessler doctrine, Britney Spears rule. Just because it's easy and low-hanging fruit, if I think there's something clinical going on, I back off because I want to make fun of people who could change their behavior, who are just being jerks and, that kind of thing, not people who are suffering. And I think she might be one of these people. So I am going to read a good length of this. I think people need to hear this to know what's going on. So I have learned so much about myself on this trip. What's it? Dear Mr. President. I don't know what this means. Now, this is the note I wanted to write, but the apology needed to come first. Okay, the other one is an apology one that's very long. I have learned so much about myself on this trip. I always knew coming home to my roots would be enlightening, but I had no idea how much. For the first time, and I don't know how long, you forced me to unplug. We could be out on the course with no machines and even forget what time it was. I didn't have to be the human printer. I could take time to enjoy good conversation and still get all my work done at the end of the day. In fact, I even had time to take long morning and evening walks to enjoy each sunrise and sunset, though I did forget to eat and sleep. With so much thinking time, I confess it did have a slightly negative effect at times that I know you picked up on, but in the end result, I believe will be worth it. I had no idea how rapidly I was approaching burnout and starting to envy those whose only job seems to be to talk with you and look pretty. I want that job. So many times, I'm just trying to stay afloat with all that's coming in for you. I look like a hunchback who didn't have time to freshen up. At least you know what I should look like. Plus, I miss the days when you used to call during my talk show days, and we'd talk about everything and nothing. I want to get back to that synergy. We shouldn't have to talk about work all the time. I've always felt like an in-betweener, somewhere between staff and those you enjoy talking to on the plane or at dinner, because that's who I used to be to you when I was a talk show host, as much as I hated that actual job. I wish I could hear every conversation because that's when you're having a good time, getting away from it all, at least for a few moments. But after going through all this self-analysis, my conclusion? I need to reunite my past self with my current into a better version who will make you proud. And please, when I fail, will you tell me? You have the absolute right to cuss me out, if need be, when I deserve it, because no one knows or cares about me more. Thank you for always being there for me. I'll never forget when you made that promise to me after losing my dad, and I know how happy he is right now that I did get to go to Scotland and Ireland, as he always wanted for me. To modify a classic, I could not have parted with you to anyone less worthy. And I will add, it is I who is unworthy. Always, Natalie. And then P.S., because he must have mentioned something like this. My hands looked worse in Scotland and Ireland because the cold turns the old scars purple. Still on the road to recovery. I don't know why she put that in there. He must have said something about her hands.
Could you wear gloves? I'm tired of looking at that.
I wonder how much of that he actually read.
Well, that's another thing.
I don't like blah blah blah.
I don't think. Yeah, you think he went through all this?
No.
And these letters ended up with somebody else because then the letters were passed to Michael Wolff when he was writing one of his books about Trump.
Hey, Marco, check this out.
Yeah, yeah,
this crap.
Or who knows? But
thirsty.
It really is. I'm unworthy.
It's sad. It's weird.
And that's why I'm saying it's like a no joke zone for me. Now, I do believe that it's worth talking about, and I do believe it's legitimate, because the 80-year-old president of the United States, if I had somebody come in here and work for me that was young and started showing the sort of devotion, whatever, as the person in charge that has to run this show, I would go to my bosses and say, I think there's a problem here. We need to be gentle about it, but I think there's a problem here. Not be taken in by it. I mean, the one good thing that's supposed to come with age is wisdom and experience and context and understanding. If you're 25 and a pretty girl starts devoting herself, okay, you haven't lived very long.
Now, by 80, you can tell yourself you still got it.
Yeah. That's what
you probably liked about it.
But
and this is how I should be treated by people.
Well, we know that about him. He's a narcissist.
Right, and so that's why he loves this.
Yeah, it may be a kind of a thing that he can't, but his job as the person, and I'm not even talking about the whole, worker, the sexual harassment part of it. I'm just talking about as someone who is in a position of leadership, someone who is being looked at as a mentor. When you accept that, then there's a certain responsibility that comes with that. And if you can see that somebody is just clearly out of line, no one should be
inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Wasn't the
inappropriate.
Secret Service a bit worried about this?
Apparently, according to Michael Wolff, everybody in the administration and even going back to the campaign has been very worried about this. And then you add on top of it, she was in the White House for a year refusing to do the security background check until finally Trump said, you got to do this, you got to go, and then she did it. So she did it, and I guess she passed. So why for a year?
Yeah, I don't know.
Obviously, the loss of her father, this is a big thing.
Yeah, he committed suicide.
Oh, okay. So this is something that's weighing on her heavily. And this line, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not familiar if she says to modify a classic. But this line, I could not have parted with you to anyone less worthy. I read that as that's what she's saying to her father in heaven. He's taken over.
He's her father figure now.
Right. And I could not do that to anyone less worthy than my father.
It's from Jane Austen.
Well, isn't that interesting that I thought her writing style was...
You did. It says, I have no more to say. If this be the case, he deserves you. I could not have parted with you, my Lizzie, in anyone less worthy.
Right. So what she's saying is, I think she's
that's
saying,
how I read it.
I couldn't have parted with my father to anyone less worthy. You're the one who's not less worthy. I mean, this is real. I mean, I'm sure if there are psychologists in the audience listening, they've got 4 or 5 things they're going, whatever. And it's interesting to me because I thought Jane Austen when I read these letters, and a lot of times a phase that girls, I'm going to say girls because
No,
it's
you're
like
right.
13, 14, 15, 16, really get into the romanticism of Jane Austen.
Mm-hmm.
If you can then take that with you, and it's interesting that I didn't know that quote was from Jane Austen because I felt like this is one of those, this is like a 15-year-old whose whole world is Jane Austen, which is, she's an unbelievable writer, and then there's a reason for that.
Do you think that
But it's a very, point I want to make is, it leads to a very romanticized view of the world. And that's what I'm hearing here, but it's not in connection with reality, and that's where the problem begins.
Do you think that maybe she was worried about losing her job or something along the way?
No,
Which
she
is
is.
why
No,
she was
Okay. No, she's in the other letter. She's apologizing because she was running behind the
golf cart. Yeah.
Yeah, she's worried. Yeah,
I don't think she's
But I
worried
think
about
it's less
losing
the
her
job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's less the job and losing the connection to him.
Yes. She doesn't want to go become one of the, how he does. He has his favorites. We have a president who's a lot like Andy Warhol was. He has his favorites for a little while, and then boom, once you're not his favorite anymore, it's like you don't exist. And that must be what she's afraid of happening. We're late. So Smiling Mark says there's a red alert on the east side.
Traffic's not moving, Eric, from I-20 headed north toward Memorial Drive. After about a 10-minute closure, just watched police, fire, rescue, and ambulance work their way into this injury crash. They've got lanes open. Looks like they're going to get it to the right on 285 northbound, right at the Indian Creek MARTA station before Memorial Drive, exit 41. But again, quite heavy back toward I-20 if you're inbound from Stonecrest, Lithonia. Don't want to deal with that east side perimeter. Just take I-20 west into the city. Connector north, 85 north's in pretty good shape. What's not in good shape is 575 in Cherokee County. Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, really big backup crash activity slowing your roll. 575 southbound at Holly Springs Parkway, exit 14 northbound. You're slowing with all lanes open and a gaper delay. Folks slowing down to take a look. That response on the southbound lanes update, sponsored by the Atlanta RV Mega Show, August 28th through 30th. It's the biggest RV event of the summer. The Atlanta RV Mega Show, August 28th through 30th at the Cobb Convention Center. 8 dealers, hundreds of RVs, factory experts, and more. AtlantaRVMegashow.com. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDeal.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Tim Andrews here from the Von Hessler Doctrine, inviting you to join me for the Popcast, my weekly pop culture and entertainment show. This week we talk From the Ashes, the birth and rise of hip-hop. Writer Thomas S. Robinson III, director L.A. Sunshine, who, by the way, is one of the original artists from The Treacherous Three, and stage performer, our very own Chinwe Maponya Cook. Join me to talk all about it. That's the Popcast, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on 95.5 WSB.
At the Original Mattress Factory, we make mattress shopping easy. We offer our lowest and best price to everyone, every day, so you can shop when you're ready. We show you exactly what's inside of our mattresses so you can see and feel the quality for yourself to ensure you're getting the best value. And we offer a no-pressure shopping experience. Our team is here to help you find the best mattress for you. It's that easy. Visit an OMF location today to see the Original Mattress Factory difference for yourself.
The recent heavy rain was quite a stress test for your roof and a reminder that your roof is the first line of defense. Dave Baker for Findlay Roofing, the roof guys, and the only roofer I trust. When severe downpours expose leaks from years of wear and tear, think of Findlay first. They've replaced over 65,000 roofs locally with high-quality work, upfront pricing, and exceptional service. Get your free roof analysis at FindlayRoofing.com.
The best Zerorez deal is back. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $109, and we'll clean your hallway for free. That's right, 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $109, plus a free hallway. The last time we offered this deal, our schedule filled up fast, and we were booked out for weeks. So don't wait. Schedule your cleaning today before appointments are gone. Visit ZerorezAtlanta.com. Zerorez, spell it backwards or forwards. It's the right way to clean.
On BritBox, your next hidden gem is right around the corner.
If you're going to be bold, here is the place to do it.
Get ready for Britain's most anticipated series, streaming exclusively on BritBox. Catch new seasons of favourites, including Ludwig, starring David Mitchell.
You want someone to get murdered?
And the eagerly awaited new adaptation of Agatha Christie's iconic detective duo, Tommy and Tuppence.
Do you think we're actually really good at this?
Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Watch with a free trial.
Leon was about to leave the military.
My biggest concern was, what am I going to do next?
He found out about My Computer Career and their military transition program.
The Cyber Warrior program takes you from not knowing anything about a computer at all to being a subject matter expert.
How long is that going to take?
In the span of 4 months, I was able to get 4 different certifications.
4 months? Leon's advice?
Highly recommended.
Become a certified cyber warrior in just months at mycomputercareer.edu. This is one student's experience. Individual results vary. VA education benefits available to those who qualify.
Hey everyone, it's your buddy Shelly Winter here. Join me this Saturday at noon for the Car Guys with Kevin Deutsch from Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Buy or lease, fix or sell, everything you want to know about cars, we will cover Saturday noon to 1 right here on 95.5 WSB.
The idea of new floors sounds exciting until you think about the mess, the moving, and your home being turned upside down. Don't worry about it. Peach State Hardwood takes all the stress and mess out of the process. With clear upfront pricing, delivery and installation by their in-house team, even moving and protecting your furniture. And when it's all done, your home is left spotless. No stress, no surprises, just a home that feels brand new. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at peachstatehardwood.com. Peach State Hardwood. Hardwood without the hassle.
Gear up this fall with the new All-Pro battery by Steel. Tackle any task with 60% more peak power. Exclusively available only at your local Steel dealer. 60% peak power. Comparison between AP300PC and AP300S.
Hate to do it, but I gotta give you one paragraph for one of these other letters from Natalie Harp. She explains in the first paragraph, she's apologizing about the whole thing. Actually, let me read the beginning because it kind of gets to like the level of, I'm sorry, I thought I was dear Mr. President, I'm sorry, I thought I was the only one left behind last night and had no idea Margot's car was also pulled over and sent back to the airport. Since I was alone in the van outside customs without my passport, I panicked and should have just called Secret Service instead of you. That's odd. You've got a problem outside with a thing, and you call the President of the United States? You think you're Tiger Woods?
Seriously. I mean, we brought it up on the show many times. I mean, reporters have his number. I mean, this guy takes calls from everybody.
She goes way into detail about the carts. She apologized to him about running. It must have looked goofy with her running behind the golf
I feel
cart.
like she thinks that he notices her more than he does.
Well, they spend a lot of time.
They do, but I'm just saying with him,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Right. She's afraid of, as we established before the break, she's afraid of becoming one of these members of the administration that gets forgotten about. During the break, I said to Jared, I think I know why she put off getting the security background check for so long. She was afraid something would happen and she wouldn't be allowed in the White House anymore.
Like
so she just
come up.
punted
There's
something. Yeah.
If you're going to explore anything like the attachment here, whatever is going on with her attachment to him, didn't she claim that Trump saved her life indirectly?
Yes.
She had cancer.
Yes, and he with the right to try. There's some people have questioned the chronology of that. Before we get to the break, though, I do want to read this paragraph because it really does get to the relationship here. I want things to always be right between us. I also know I've been distracted all week, forgetting to eat throughout the days and even forgetting to sleep, and only catching a couple hours at a time. I haven't been myself, dwelling on the past and the pain of losing my dad. And I started letting the remarks of people who haven't bothered me before get to me, not because I care what others think, but because I see myself being lowered in your eyes and good opinion. That is the fear, you see, because I never want to bring you anything but joy. I'm sorry I lost my focus. You are all that matters to me. I don't want to ever let you down. This is 35-year-old.
If she were writing this to a parent, it's
Right.
still. It seems like, gosh, what did she do?
Yeah, no.
But
I think we've really gotten to it. Her fear is the Andy Warhol thing. I'm your favorite today, and tomorrow somebody else will be your favorite. Remember the other one? She's like, I want to get back to the times where we could talk about everything and nothing. I truly do believe that she needs help, and I say that in reality. So we're not going to do any jokes. When we come back, we'll talk about something else. Smiley Mark says there's a big crowd on 575 in Canton.
Trying to head southbound past a crash, 575 southbound before Holly Springs Parkway exit 14. Crash on the east side perimeter that had all lanes blocked is now at a right lane. 285 north at Memorial Drive exit 41. How are you doing now into Midtown downtown, Stephanie Stallworth?
We've got the volume in play. Downtown connector 7585 traveling north-south. Northbound delays begin near University as you head around the Grady curve. Southbound still really busy. 75 400 all merging in together with 85 to your Midtown and downtown exits. Update brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Reliable Heating and Air warns if your AC is turning on, then quickly shutting off. It could signal a serious problem. Get it checked at reliableair.com. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdeal.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is Greg Trzynski from the Original Mattress Factory. Parents, before you buy your student's mattress online, consider this. At OMF, we offer the same convenience, but with major advantages. You can actually try our mattresses before buying, crucial for your student's comfort. You'll know exactly where your mattress comes from, right here in our local factory. By supporting the Original Mattress Factory, you're investing in our community. And here's the kicker, you'll pay less than you would online. Quality sleep, local support, and better prices. OriginalMattress.com.
So you've got an unused car just taking up space, costing you money for insurance? Hey, it's Shelley Winter for Cars for Kids. You know, 1-877 Cars for Kids. I just can't help singing the jingle. It's stuck in my head, and it's stuck in yours too. So go ahead, donate that old car already. Cars for Kids will take any car, any condition, and make it easy and convenient. You'll even get a vacation voucher and tax deduction. Get started at carsforkids.com. That's cars with a K.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Gas prices are surging because of the war in Iran, but Congressman Mike Collins won't do anything about it. Why? Because Mike Collins refuses to disagree with Donald Trump on anything. Here's Mike Collins in a recent interview.
Is there anything that you disagree with President Trump on?
I'll tell you this, I disagree. I don't see how he gets by with 3 hours sleep.
That's right. Mike Collins is always with Donald Trump, no matter how much it costs Georgians. Listen to Mike Collins again.
I fully support President Trump and what he is doing with Iran.
Mike Collins supports Trump's war even though it's cost taxpayers over $100 billion and has sent gas prices soaring, because Collins is always with Trump.
Is there anything that you disagree with President Trump on?
I'll tell you this, I disagree. I don't see how he gets by with 3 hours sleep.
Call 202-225-4101. Tell Mike Collins to stop supporting Trump's war. Paid for by Defend the Vote Action Fund.
Most home sellers get an offer and immediately face a decision. Do I take it or do I reject it? Here's another idea. How about we find out what else is out there first? Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. With Orchard Offers, you don't have to settle for one cash offer. Your Orchard agent submits your home to an exclusive network of hundreds of local cash buyers and lets them compete for your home. Multiple serious buyers, multiple cash offers, all laid out side by side so you can compare them and choose the one that works best for you. No guessing whether you could have gotten more, no wondering if you left thousands on the table. And there's no need for repairs, showings, or a long, drawn-out selling process. So don't accept an offer until you know what your options are. Get your free home valuation and see your offers today with Orchard Offers at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, hoping to prevent misuse of license plate reading cameras. A Metro Atlanta law enforcement agency puts new measures in place.
Amid reports of misuse in other agencies, Cobb County Sheriff's Office Assistant Chief Gina Hawkins explains they chose to launch a proactive audit of their policies around flock cameras.
To say, hey, let's check our own selves before anyone else checks us.
The department is now limiting access to the system to only 50 personnel, and they've rolled out new training so deputies will know how to properly report system use.
We're always reevaluating our process.
No cases of misuse have been reported at the agency. In Cobb County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
87 degrees in Atlanta. Will it be a dry weekend? Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. This just in, Governor Kemp is filling a vacancy on the Georgia Public Service Commission. Following the resignation of PSC member Tricia Pridemore, the governor appoints Stan Wise to the commission.
Wise previously served on the PSC for 24 years from 1995 to 2018. A debate in Gwinnett County over accommodations for Muslim students. Tori Branham, a resident of Dublin, speaks for parents who are upset.
Parents have addressed concerns about Ramadan meals, Qurans, prayer rugs, and other religious accommodations promoted through official school accounts such as Instagram and Facebook.
Gwinnett County parent Antoine Lovelace pushes back.
We can disagree with the superintendent. We can question policies. We can challenge decisions made by this district. But there is a thin line between disagreement and bigotry.
During the meeting, School Board Chair Therese Johnson Morgan says they are committed to making sure all students and teachers can be successful and thrive. The use of modern technology helps Forsyth County deputies find a woman's stolen car. The AirPods left in the car help investigators track the vehicle, and a Tesla parked near the car captured video of the suspect. They spotted that suspect in a local subdivision.
They saw a gentleman matching the description of the person that we had on the video walking down the road, and they were able to take him into custody without incident.
Stacy Miller with the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office says the woman now has her car back. A teen mom is now charged with murder in the death of her infant son.
The 18-year-old mother is the second person arrested after her 2-year-old is killed. Her live-in boyfriend was arrested and charged earlier this month after Canton police officers responded to a home call of an unresponsive child. Officers found the 2-year-old with bruises and other injuries. Jail records show Devora Diaz Perez now faces second-degree murder, 2 counts of second-degree cruelty to children, 3 counts of reckless conduct, and 2 counts of negligence. She's being held without bond. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts rules President Trump's White House ballroom project can move ahead for now.
This administrative stay simply says that everything is on pause pending further order of the Chief Justice or of the Supreme Court as a whole, which basically means that construction can continue until the justices say otherwise.
Correspondent Stephen Portnoy reports today's ruling comes after an appeals court blocked construction because the project was not approved by Congress. Amazon drone deliveries apparently have some kinks that still need to be worked out.
When Lindsay Austin of Richmond, Texas, heard the buzz of a drone in her backyard, she excitedly ran outside to document her very first Amazon Prime air delivery. The video, posted initially to TikTok, shows the result. The drone, with its smiling Amazon logo clearly in view, drops Lindsay's package right into her swimming pool.
Jim Ryan reports the incident comes just a day after the retailer announced plans to expand Amazon Prime Air to 500 cities by the end of the year. With more reporting on UFOs, it's making more people believe in aliens. A new survey conducted by Talker Research finds the rise in belief is especially prevalent among Gen Z. Overall, 37% say they are more inclined to believe in aliens after news coverage of UFOs compared to 54% of younger Americans. It is now 6:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Smile and Mark McKay.
Bill, still difficult trying to get into Midtown from Buckhead, Northwest Atlanta, and Brookhaven. Adding to the aggravation is a stalled out van we see on the jam cam smack dab in the center lane of the connector, 7585 southbound below 17th Street before the 10th Street overpass. That's why 75 is slow at Northside Drive, 400 still struggling past Lenox Road. 85 slows at the 400 merge. We still have 285 hassles to deal with, Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, we sure do. Outer loop issues both sides of the perimeter. First on the east side, 285 north. The cab crashed at the Indian Creek MARTA station. Has you jammed from near I-20, sometimes holding all lanes, sometimes letting you through. West side, it's 285 south at Hollowell. Better News vehicle was out of gas. Here unit came to the rescue. Now they're rolling once again, but slowly down towards I-20. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy, hot and humid for this evening with a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms possible through the late night hours, drying out for tomorrow morning with lows in the upper 60s to low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, breezy at times with the northwest wind gusting 20 miles per hour, still climbing to a high of 95 for tomorrow, but slightly cooler on Sunday. Morning lows in the upper 60s, daytime highs in the low 90s, and for Monday and Tuesday of next week, afternoon highs will be in the upper 80s.
Most of the rain we're seeing now on Storm Tracker radar is pushed off to the south of Atlanta. It is 83 in Noonan, 87 in Midtown Atlanta, and 87 in Dunwoody. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Your family's backyard fun continues during cooler weather when families come together in a Bullfrog hot tub from Brown's Pools and Spas. Only Bullfrog offers the Jetpack Therapy system, allowing you to customize each seat to fit every body in your family. Save up to $2,000 off with 0% financing for 48 months, plus a free audio upgrade. Offer ends September 8th. Brown's Pools and Spas. Over 50 years of awe. BrownsPools.com.
Something big is coming. On September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals and an all-day celebration built for sports fans. The countdown has begun and all roads lead to Game Day. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states, from Texas to California to Florida to right here in Georgia. Every fan is in on the excitement. One app, every sport, all 50 states. DraftKings Game Day is yours. Remember the date, September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. New DraftKings customers sign up with code ATLANTA-TALK. Spend $5 to get $150 in rewards within 14 days. That's code ATLANTA-TALK. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends August 23rd. Terms dkng.co/predictions promo. Nationwide based on sportsbook predictions and free-to-play sports contest availability varies by state.
You finally got that dream home. Then a pipe burst. Now you're draining your savings to drain the basement, and your other bills keep flooding in. But with Home Tap, you could tap into your home equity to cover renovations, debt, or whatever comes next. And unlike other home equity products, a Home Tap home equity investment has no monthly payments or impact on your mortgage rate. So consider using what you've already built. After all, it's your home. Tap into it. See how much you could get at HomeTap.com.
Pro athletes and attorneys count on George Stein, the DUI lawyer. You can too. GeorgeStein.com.
The best Zero Res deal is back. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $109, and we'll clean your hallway for free. That's right, 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $109, plus a free hallway. The last time we offered this deal, our schedule filled up fast and we were booked out for weeks. So don't wait. Schedule your cleaning today before appointments are gone. Visit ZeroResAtlanta.com. Zero Res, spell it backwards or forwards. It's the right way to clean.
Did you have a transition, Eric?
What? I'm now Alyssa.
It's Allison M. We'll just say Allison M. I don't know if this is a real person or not, but when looking up your email, that's what pops up. A woman named Allison, and then we'll say the first letter of the last name, M.
I don't understand. When you're looking it up, you mean in your contacts?
Yeah, my contacts. Usually it populates like with your name. Like when I look up your email, it would say Eric Von Hessler. But in this case...
This sounds like So that's not a problem on my end. That's a problem on your end,
Are
right?
you logged into your email?
Who is Alyssa?
Yeah, I'm logged into my email.
Hey, did you click on the, were you cordially invited to something?
Yeah.
I changed my, I did not, but I changed my.
I keep getting those.
I keep getting them. By the way, that's another way we can help people out. If you get anything in your email that says you are cordially invited, then there's another way of putting it too. Sometimes I get it as something else, a way that you're
begrudgingly invited.
Yes.
I was getting texts from people that I haven't talked to in years. Like, hey, is this
real? Well, I'm glad a lot of people, but I had to change. I don't think I opened the invitation, but maybe I did, and that's why I had to change my. No, I seem to be.
It's weird.
This is my Gmail right there. I'm in there.
All right, good. I'm glad you're in it. It's weird. Again, normally, like when you populate, like when you're looking in Outlook or looking even in Gmail now, it says that your name is Allison M. Despite your email being
with
in there.
my email address in there.
Correct. With your email.
Did you add his contact to someone else's on accident? Like, do you know someone named Allison M?
I have never seen that name before ever. I just
Neither
noticed
have
it.
Lies.
IT troubleshooting. The Von Hessler doctrine.
Yes, that's what we're doing. Let's end the week with something other than clerical issues.
Whose contact is Ellis?
So look, when I look,
George, don't do this to me.
I'm sorry.
I actually have something. So, remember a couple days ago, maybe yesterday, we talked about the fact that I saw Big Brother is on season 28, and we were all talking like, "Hey, was it people even? Nobody even talks about Big Brother," and
So
that's funny. It just seems so out there. Yeah. 28.
Yeah. But then I started looking at all the others. Now we know the seasons have changed and they do like 2 seasons per year or whatever. But it ends.
Now they just walk the streets and they're monitored everything they do.
I decided to look at, just how ridiculous this looks. And I looked up what season of Survivor are we on? And so this is, I think this is Survivor season 51.
51?
51. 51. Okay.
Well, they do
now, hold on.
2, 3 a year?
Hold on.
I can't.
So I decided to look at what season 60 Minutes is on. Now, remember, Survivor debuted on television May 31st, 2000.
Okay.
I was 36 years of age. When I believe was I 36 in 2000? Was I 34? I was
29. You're 6 years older than me.
All right.
9,
so about,
10, 11, 12.
Whatever.
14,
about 35 or 36.
Yes, nailed it. Got it.
60 Minutes. Okay, Survivor season 51. 60 Minutes is currently wrapping up season 58. They debuted on television in September of 1968 when I was 4. Now, I recognize that. Yeah, you're right. Are they doing 3 seasons of 3 seasons a year
Looks like
now?
2.
Or 2?
Well,
2.
They've been doing 2, but yeah, I guess at 2001 is the debut. That makes sense.
The other one that's...
Now, in reality, it's probably about the same amount of shows, isn't it? Right? It's just that the one season, like 60 Minutes, does like 36 or 37 shows or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, Dancing with the Stars has kind of a similar thing too. They're on like season 34, and they've only been around for so many years.
By the way, what season are we on? Because we make our seasons up arbitrarily. Do you even know?
Season 16. Yes.
Oh, we're on season 16.
That's correct.
And we had all
What
kinds
are
of
the Simpsons up to?
Oh my goodness! But that
107.
Yeah,
they're in the 30s, aren't they?
If we get into the seasons of that people watched,
37.
We would have stopped
14
at 14
at most.
Yeah,
season 38 for The Simpsons.
So that I believe is they haven't been around 38 years. So has it been?
It debuted
Yeah, no, they have. Right? Yes.
Yeah,
89.
Yeah, my goodness gracious, boy, we're all
Are we
getting
counting
old.
the Tracy Ullman years?
Yeah. No, I'm not.
All right.
Just counting the full-on seasons.
First episode was a Christmas special.
That is correct. I remember it well. I had a 10-year-old who fell in love with it.
You Maslowitz. Boy. Why you?
So it's just kind of odd. It doesn't even mean anything. Our seasons are just really weird. Like, because we changed time slots or they added an hour to the show. That was a new season. We went from the weekends to the weekdays. That was a season. We had these weird ones for a while. The show was on from 11 to noon. That was one season. Then we were on 9 to 11. That was another season. Then we were on 9 to noon. That was another season.
Don't forget when we moved from mid-afternoon or mid-morning to now afternoon drive. Yeah.
Exactly. Every And then also, I believe we also change a season if we stay in the same place and we start another year.
Correct.
I believe I've covered all the ways we get to our seasons, and that's how, even though I first walked through the door here, I believe in 2014, this show is on season 16.
I can tell you, let me look at my podcast number. It's well over 1,000 shows that we've done.
Although that would be it would line up almost right. People would think that it was one a year. Season 16.
You're at 12. You're at 12 years.
We've had
right.
I walked in 2014.
Over 1,900 shows here on WSB.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I know everything from every show.
Yeah, just ask me any questions.
Yes.
We'll do ask me anything. Ask me anything about any of those. How many shows?
It says here on Apple Podcasts that there is 1,969 shows.
Yeah, we're going to do
I
an
don't know
AMA.
if the ones above the Q count, though. That's the weird thing. It's like, you know what I mean? It says see
Well,
all.
I brought a bunch of. There's also a bunch of shows that we did in my basement before we got here, and that's part of at least our archive.
Yeah, that's part of our canon.
Yeah. So, but for the AMA that we're going to do next week, I will only ask questions that from any of the 1,500 or whatever shows there. Please, just keep it to the 1,500 shows. I'm getting a little older. My memory isn't what it used to be.
My favorite episode is Orange Sea Essers. Can we talk about that?
If I could remember it, we could.
All right.
George,
Thank you.
did you want to?
There are 727 episodes of Survivor, over 2,500 of 60 Minutes. So that's.
And they're roughly on the same. One's in season 51 and one's in season 58. This is going to make no sense to people in the future who are just looking through it. Was there a time slip? Smila Mark says there's a breakdown in a bad spot on the connector.
Smack dab in the center lane of the connector south near Atlantic Station. Eric, we see it on the Jam Cam. It's a work fan in that center lane of the connector south before 10th Street. That is adding to the pressure on 75 coming out of northwest Atlanta. 400 still struggling south of Lenox Road. That's where the delays begin. And, of course, 85 is crowded in northeast Atlanta, rolling south toward the breakdown at 14th Street. West side perimeter is slow. 285 south approaching South Cobb Drive down to I-20. Latest on I-20 East-West Freeway. Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, we'll start with this West Freeway newer crash, 20 West near Fulton Industrial Boulevard. Within the left lane initially, you're jammed now 285 north-south to the I-20 Rams East Freeway outbound. Just tap the brakes just a bit there in Conyers. Westbound is Evans Mill through Wesley Chapel, then approaching your downtown connector. Update sponsored by John Foy and Associates Personal Injury Law Firm. After a car crash, nothing feels the same. Who do you have in your corner? Get the law firm that has experience and results. Get the strong arm, attorney John Foy. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDeal.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Grocery prices are going up.
But we've got the solution.
Really going to help, and thank you, WSB.
WSB's Grand for Groceries.
Your chance to win $1,000 5 times a day.
Enter the word at WSBRadio.com or on the WSB Radio app.
Great! A grand for groceries. Your first chance to win is Monday at 8 a.m. It pays to get your news from 95.5 WSB.
You fell in love with her because she's unlike any other woman in the world. So why settle for an ordinary engagement ring you could find almost anywhere? Well, I know a place where you can design your own custom engagement ring. Terra Fine Jewelry Company. At Terra, the styles and designs are endless, and their expert jewelers make it easy to bring your personally designed engagement ring to life.